Just about 35 minutes. This is the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. McGregor Group Heating and Air are here for all of your heating and air conditioning needs, including installations for new construction, replacements, repairs, and maintenance. They offer high-quality products with a highly qualified staff. McGregor Heating and Air wishes the Tigers a hot winning streak this year and hopes that they stay cool under pressure. Staying cool might be a little bit of a task early tonight, Bob. Temperature up in the low 90s as we left Princeton this afternoon, but should cool off quite a bit by the time we kick this one off. Crittenden County comes in at 3-0. This is their highlight of their schedule, where some at Caldwell County maybe circle the Mayfield game on our schedule. This is the big one for Crittenden County, and they are really up for this one after 3 big wins to start the season on the road.
You're right, Dennis. This is could be a trap game, as I mentioned on the pregame show, that if we're not ready to play, we remember 2 years ago that we came in with being a favorite. They got on us really quick and often in that first quarter, and it took us to halftime to get adjusted. We had some rather long plays in that game, which helped turn the tide. So if we're not ready to play tonight, we're going to I don't know how we play from behind, so to speak. We haven't had that much to do this year. We played from behind last week, but Hopkinsville was a superior football team. So we've got to play well tonight early on.
We're about 34 minutes from kicking this one off. We're going to take a break and be back and start breaking this one down. It's the Tigers and the Rockets from Marion, Kentucky. So stay tuned for that. This is Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
This is Donnie Baker, owner of Audubell Hearing Center, and I am surprised that so many people still haven't heard about our new office location here in Princeton. That's right, the best hearing aid in the world is now available in the Princeton Plaza. If you're experiencing hearing loss, call for a free hearing test, 270-554-1900. I'm Donnie Baker, helping you hear well at Audubell.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
It's here. The Loyal Listener Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to WPKYonline.com. Click on Loyal Listener Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens and dozens of gift certificates. Some you'll even be able to redeem from your smartphone. Shop and buy 24 hours a day and save a ton of money in the process. Save on oil changes, dining out, haircuts, car washes, and more. Our store never closes, but you better hurry. You never know how long each deal will last.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Treasures Remembered, Wallace Toy, Josh Ray, Woodman Life, Armory Gun Shop, Black Patch Grill, Jeff Russo, Attorney at Law, Pet Grooming by David Rogers, Taco John's, The Joint Barbecue, and by Community Medical Clinic. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
And we are back at Rocket Stadium 32 minutes before we kick this one off. This is the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, John Miller here in the booth. We'll go down to Todd Griffin in just a minute on the sideline. Bob, this is a game that Crittenden County is really up for. You mentioned it might be a trap game on our schedule. We've got to come out and take this game serious and know that Crittenden County, even though the competition may be not as strong as what Caldwell County has played so far, they're still putting up a lot of points. In fact, they've outscored their opponents by 100 points at this point in the season. So they know what to do. They're capable of doing it, and we're going to have to come out and play well defensively in this one.
And what is also important here, Dennis, is that Maxim on any given night, anything can happen. So with them obviously fired up and the like, we've got to, we can't turn the ball over. Again, whoever maybe wins the battle of turnovers tonight probably will win the football game. I was noticing during warm-ups they have a pretty decent field goal kicker. I think he's probably not missed an extra point attempt this year. They're averaging 47 points a game, as you pointed out. They go to the ground probably as often as they do the air. So it's our defense is going to have a challenge, if you will, and we've got to have win the defensive line of scrimmage is what we have to do.
Offensively, for both squads tonight, we might get a look at two of the better running backs in West Kentucky. Of course, Derek Hollowell for Caldwell County and Xander Tabor for Crittenden County. Derek ran for 125 last week against a strong Hopkinsville team that only give up 62 yards a game up to that point. On the flip side of that, Tabor comes into tonight, only played in 2 games, but averaging about 145 on the ground. So a couple of running games that have some highlight stars. Crittenden County maybe runs a little bit more. They'll run about 75% of their offense on the ground.
The quarterback is only averaging around 10, 11 throws a game. You know, and Waney says they have the capability to go long, but they're really a screen team and a over-the-middle slant type team. So, which hurt us last week against Hopkinsville, but nobody on this team, Crittenden, is as good as Reese Jesse was that we saw last week in Hopkinsville.
There's not going to be many this season as good as Reese Jesse.
Exactly. So, again, with the good week of practice that we've had, it looks like we're practicing well here in pregame, and we got our white shirts, blue pants, gold helmets, a really classy-looking set for uniform, and we're only about less than 30 minutes from kickoff here in this game.
This one's going to be a good one. A lot to expect. Russ Bashir really doing a good job at quarterback this season. He's growing every game, made some good passes along the way, so he's coming in at a pretty good place as far as where the coaching staff wants him 3 games into the season.
I think Russ last week was over 50% in the passing game against Hopkinsville. Hopkinsville's defensive line, our offensive line, played pretty well last week to allow De'Eric to get 125 yards on his 15, 16, 17, 18 carries. I don't have those figures in front of me except for the number of yards. And we threw the ball well when we over 50%. So I think that bodes well tonight for Russ, and Russ's ability to tuck it and run is also, I think, a big plus for us.
Just about 29 minutes before we kick this one off, this is the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. We're going to take our first trip down to the sideline and talk to our sideline reporter, Todd Griffin.
Hey, Dennis, thanks. We're down here on the sideline getting ready for the Tigers and the Rockets in Marion tonight, and you can tell the excitement in the air just by looking at people already in the stands, and we're still 30 minutes to kickoff, and Gary, it's going to get tough for some people to park if they don't hurry up and get here.
It's definitely a great atmosphere. This is the first home game for Crittenden. I'm sure that Dennis and Bob have noted that. When we talked last week about our game at Hopkinsville, I mentioned that I believed it was a measuring stick game for Caldwell. I believe this is a measuring stick game for Crittenden. With Crittenden having played 3 weaker opponents, Fort Campbell, Webster, and Ballard, and expectedly they're 3-0, this is a game that Crittenden, I believe, needs to see where they stack up if they want to make a deep run in the A playoffs.
Oh, no doubt, and I think Caldwell County is the best team they've seen so far, so you're right on point with that this is going to be a good measuring stick for them. For Caldwell County, the thing I think we're looking for tonight is how they bounce back from that loss at Hopkinsville last week. You know, that was a disappointing loss. Hopkinsville is a really good team. I think they're only going to get better as the season goes along. Caldwell put up some yardage, just couldn't get enough touchdowns, couldn't put enough points on the board, couldn't get maybe some cheap scores to try to stay in that game against, again, the best team we've seen so far.
The other thing I recollect about that game, not just doing stats, but observing it, is the best player on the field was Jesse, the receiver for Hopkinsville. If we see a player as good as him, even on Mayfield, that will be quite a test. He's a physical mismatch for almost every team that he's going to go up against, unless they go deep in the playoffs of their Class 4A. I'm looking at Crittenden having similar athletes to Caldwell. A lot of it's going to be the scheme, and a lot of it's going to be what they decide to do. Does Crittenden want to try to take away the run game? If they do, I think we'll have some opportunities for us to throw it. If they decide to play straight up, I think that we'll be able to get yards on the running game for big chunks probably.
I think Crittenden County is going to struggle a little bit against the speed of Caldwell County. That's one thing that last week when you go up against a Hopkinsville, they kind of neutralized because they have speed all over the field. I think Caldwell's the quicker team tonight. I'm expecting Crittenden County to key on De'Eric Hollowell out of the Tiger backfield. And I think Bob mentioned earlier in the show that that could open up things for Russ Bashir to have a big game here tonight.
Versus Apollo, it looked like when we were trying to get some rushing yards and De'Eric got a little bottled up because they were keying on him too, Russ was able to gash right up the middle. We got some good blocking. If our offensive line blocks like they did against Apollo, I think that Russ will be able to get rushing yards, which will then open up the passing yards for some play action, so for some screens. So the key to me is intensity. Last time we were here, we were down 14-3. This place was hopping. Very few players for Caldwell were on the field for that game. They may have been on the sidelines. Can Caldwell match the intensity that Crittenden will definitely bring for the first quarter? After that, when things settle down, we're going to find out how coaching and application of the plays come into it.
Well, and as Dennis mentioned earlier, this is the game that Crittenden County circles on the schedule each year, at least outside the district for them, you would think. Kind of their measuring stick, like you said. Caldwell County's won 9 straight in the series, though. Caldwell County leads the all-time series 41-10. If you look at the teams on both sides, you probably favor Caldwell County a little bit. Both teams ranked, though. Both teams number 5 in their respective classes, according to the Associated Press. So, like you said, it's going to be a special atmosphere here tonight with Crittenden playing at home for the first time. They've got the video board out. Shout out to them for putting the YourSportsEdge.com photos and ad up on there for us. And going to be a fun night here at Rocket Stadium.
This is what you like in high school. These are the fun ones. I mean, the district games are fun, but there's a lot of pressure. These games have pressure for the rivalry, but these are the games you remember. You will talk about these games, especially being a border community. You've got people in Fredonia who have family on both sides. This is one of the games where you come and it's an event more than it even is a game, I think. And they've been very supportive of Coach Barnes' family through the years of his sickness, and I believe that they're good rivals, and I think it's going to be a wonderful game. I do think the Tigers do pick up a victory somewhere in the 14 to 17 point range.
Tigers and Rockets here in Marion tonight. Guys, that's how we see it down here on the sideline. Back up to Bob and Dennis in the press box.
Thank you, Todd. 24 minutes before we kick this one off, this is the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. We've got a lot coming up here in the pregame show, Bob, and we expect no less out of Crittenden County. We come over, they've been friends of ours, supported our coach at times. We've supported their coach at times. When we had tragedies with players, they were the first ones to acknowledge that and send the condolences and make things on the field as friendly as they could, even though this is their big rivalry. Tonight, no difference, really. They're going to have a tribute for Coach Barnes on the video board tonight here in the pregame, so that's going to be awesome. We're going to try to get that on. We're having a little bit of trouble, I think, maybe with the stream, picking up enough internet to stream it, so we're going to do the best we can tonight, but sometimes when you go on the road, it's just you're at the mercy of other schools' internet access, and right now I don't know that it's going to be enough to stream this one. We're going to do what we can, and if not much we can do about that.
And you're right, Dennis. Both teams really have an appreciation for each other. We're neighbors. They've done things to help Coach Barnes in the past. We've done things to help Coach Barnes in the past. Every summer, Dennis Hodge, the head basketball coach, boys basketball coach of Crittenden County, has the Jake Hodge Memorial Wiffle Ball Tournament at Ken and Katie's home in Princeton. Always well attended and big crowd out there. So communities really work well together. A lot of friends. As I mentioned earlier in the game, Kate McAllister's grandparents live in Princeton, and he may not be in action. I will cover that later in another little segment. So, no, it's and we see the Tigers huddling down in the end zone to our left down here. It's a long track to the locker room, so I would imagine they'll canvas there before the game and at halftime as well.
About 22 minutes before we kick this one off, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to have the Dr. Mike Littlejohn injury report. We'll also have the pregame prayer and then national anthem, Coach Barnes tribute, special air evac presentation of the game ball. We'll go back down to the field with Todd for the coin toss. All of that coming your way here on the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. And this is Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3, and online at WPKYonline.com.
Kathy Wynn, and I would like to invite you to come experience Farmers Bank. I have worked here for more than 25 years, and I love taking care of our customers. I have no doubt you'll enjoy banking with us, so come by and see me at our main office to set up your account. And don't worry if you have small children, bring them with you, because we've got a kids corner to keep them busy while we take care of you. Being customer, community, and employee driven is what we're all about, so stop by and see us at Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
What does your morning sound like?
Morning, Al.
Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please? Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, Lawn Cutters Equipment LLC, Big John's Barbecue, Brantley Furniture, Bella Marie Boutique, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Fredonia Valley Bank, Great Wall of China, and by Farless Realty. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
Are you overwhelmed with decisions when it comes to building a new home? When it comes to heating and air, do you know your fuel and energy efficiency options? The different types of HVAC systems, manufacturer and dealer warranties, indoor filtration options. McGregor Group has over 30 years of industry experience and can help you simplify your heating and air conditioning decisions on new builds. Don't just settle. Be informed. Call the experts at McGregor Group today.
The time for talk is over. It's game time. Caldwell County football lives on WPKY. Let's check in with the WPKY sports crew live at the stadium.
And welcome back to Rocket Stadium. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, John Miller here in the booth, Todd Griffin on the sideline. Bob, the excitement is starting to build. Crittenden County thinks this is their year for Caldwell County. One thing that could play a little factor in for Crittenden County, they have an injury and a pretty big one, maybe a sickness more than an injury, but one of their key players are out. And great rendition of the national anthem. We appreciate Crittenden County having the students be able to do that. We also appreciate the prayer tonight. We don't get that at a lot of stadiums, Bob, but we're glad Crittenden County does it, and that'll take the place of ours tonight. Also coming up is a tribute to Coach Barnes, and when they start that, we'll get right to that. We want to get back to the injury report. A couple of key players. We're going to talk about Travion Samuel and the McAllister kid. Injury reports brought to you by Dr. Mike Littlejohn. Dr. Mike would like to wish the Tigers a safe and successful season. Dr. Mike Littlejohn is your one-stop shop for all of your sports medical needs. Bob, quickly give us a report on Travion and the McAllister kid.
Travion is in warm-ups tonight, ran around well in practice this week, Coach McGowan said, so I would imagine he didn't slack on any of the drills out tonight, so we'll definitely see him. More than likely, not as much in the backfield offensively, but on the defensive side of the ball. So we look for him to regain out since game one, if you will. And on the other issue for Crittenden County, number 22, Caden McAllister, an all-purpose outstanding football player for the Rockets, are in the situation with being hurt, not injured, as you said earlier, but in the hospital last night in Paducah with some stomach issues and high fever, and we noticed him here at the game tonight, but in his sport jersey with blue jeans on. So we are expecting him not to play, but we could also be fooled by that as the game goes on. But right now it looks like he won't be playing tonight.
And, Bob, we have about 13 and a half minutes before we kick this one off. Crittenden County, as we talked about, a tribute for Coach Barnes. We're going to take the time here and let you watch along the live stream of a video tribute to Coach Barnes. Not sure if there's audio with this or not, so we're going to turn it over to this. and let this roll here on WPKYonline.com. And Bob, a touching tribute here at Crittenden County for Coach Barnes. And as you look around the stadium, you see the respect not only for what Coach Barnes meant to football, but what he meant for his school and the community. And the video is going to continue here.
A true ambassador of the game of football, a leader and a principled man whose legacy lives large throughout these communities and far, far beyond. So although our hearts are heavy, they've been greatly enriched by the bonds that brought Coach Barnes into our lives. God bless his family and all of them in Tiger Country. Barnes strong, forever.
And some words from the Crittenden County coaching staff, and it's greatly appreciated by everyone from the Caldwell County sideline. Anytime something happens, you can count on Crittenden County to be the first one to lend a hand.
Absolutely. It's a town, city, county with a lot of class, and that's what you expect when you have that situation. You expect these kind of tributes and memorials.
Not only the Caldwell County players motionless during that and watching the screen, but also you look down at the other end of the field, Crittenden County, in respect, lined up across their end zone and watching the same thing that we got to see on the live stream here. Captains are on the sideline.
And just talking about the crowd, Dennis, it's in front of us, maybe about 10 rows of seats stretching from maybe 20 to the 20-yard line, completely packed, and we've got a ton of people over on our side, not many bleacher opportunities over there. And you've got them in chair backs and all the way from one end of the field pretty well down to the other end of the field as well. So good crowd here tonight for this ball game.
Yeah, I'm sure parking was at a premium if you got to the game within the last 5 or 6 minutes or so. 9 minutes to go before we kick this one off. Still coming up here at Crittenden County, they're going to have the game ball delivered by Air Evac. We're waiting on that to come in. And then the captains will come to midfield for the coin toss. Helicopter is approaching.
And we hope we have several people back home listening that could make it down here tonight to Marion. A shout out to Bill Barnes, not sure whether he's here or not, Jimmy Riley, Mark Barnes in Mississippi, and Judy Hammonds in Princeton. So shout out to you guys, and we got football action coming up here in less than 9 minutes.
Also want to add Mike Wynn to the list. He got in contact with us today, so good to have everybody listening or maybe even watching tonight as we are on the road, able to provide the live stream.
And
helicopter coming in. All of this that has to do with the coin toss is brought to you by Travis Construction and Concrete. Travis Construction and Concrete for your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, concrete, decorative concrete, and remodels and more. Good luck, Tigers, and here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. And right on time, air evac helicopter set to land at midfield with tonight's game ball. We'll let you pick up some of the sounds as the chopper lands.
Chopper has landed.
And Bob, we're about, what did you say, 40, 50 yards from midfield. You can feel the wind from that helicopter as it landed.
And as far away as we were in action last week in Hopkinsville, maybe a mile away it seemed like, we're right here on the field. You almost feel like, Dennis, you can reach out and touch the field.
The game ball is being delivered by Air Evac. A pretty cool pregame prepared by our friends here at Crittenden County tonight as the Rockets get set to take on the Tigers. Crittenden County, as we mentioned, 3-0 on the season. Caldwell County at 2-1 after that tough loss at Hopkinsville last week. But I think the level of competition, Bob, we didn't get to go about it in the pregame a whole lot. But Caldwell County has played some big schools. They've beaten some big schools. Crittenden County, really a much more manageable schedule as far as the size of the schools. They beat Fort Campbell, Webster County, and Ballard last week. Big 50-6 win over Ballard Memorial. So good games by Crittenden County in those games. The offense performed well, but still you're not playing a Christian County. You're not playing Hopkinsville, even Owensboro, Apollo. That Caldwell County has been able to get on the field with some much bigger schools.
The schools have been much bigger and maybe more athletic individuals, but again, you can't ever underestimate your opponent, and that's hopefully we'll find out early enough whether we've done that or not tonight.
The games aren't played on paper, they're played on WPKY, and that's why we're here as Caldwell County gets set to take on Crittenden County. Just under 6 minutes before we kick this one off. We're going to have an extended halftime tonight too, a lot going on there, so hope you'll stay tuned and check us out at halftime for a lot of stats. We'll check out down on the field with Todd at halftime also. Chopper's firing back up, Bob. Pretty impressive how they can come in and land right on the 50, set that thing down on a dime. As it rises up, game ball delivered to the sideline. As the Tiger captains are on the far side. 4 captains for Crittenden County here on the near side, and a packed house here tonight at Rocket Stadium. Caldwell County is literally end zone to end zone with fans.
Caldwell County with their same captains throughout the year, the 6 seniors on the football team serving as captains.
Also, the game ball was in honor.
And as we said, this coin toss brought to you by Travis Construction and Concrete. They'll take care of all your concrete needs for driveways, foundations, basement walls, and more. So give them a call. That's Travis Construction and Concrete. Captains walking out on the field. Arm in arm on both sides. Expecting a good game tonight out of both these. And the referee's about to talk to the captains. And for that, we'll go down to the field with Todd Griffin.
Number 60.
All right, thanks, guys. The captain's down here shaking hands, and we'll get the coin toss in just a second.
17, Preston Morganson. Number 41, Lathan Easley. And number 9, Hunter Jones. And there is your Crittenden County.
All right, guys. Sportsmanship. This is what we'll play by. Understand? We're to play football. We're going to let you decide it until you decide you don't want to play it no more. Understand? Any questions? You the visiting team. I got a big coin here. If I can get it out of my pocket. It's tails, heads. I'm going to flip it in the air, and I'm going to catch it. If I don't catch it, drops, we'll flip it again. But I'm going to let you make your call right now. Tails. Tails the call. Tails the call. It's heads. You won the call. The first. That means want the ball. That means you want to defend that goal. Put your backs in there.
All right, guys, Crittenden County has won the toss here tonight. The Rockets decide to defer to the second half. Caldwell County is going to get the football to start the game here in Marion. Got one quick score to update you guys on. Caldwell County Volleyball playing at the All-A Classic State Tournament tonight in Richmond. The Lady Tigers dropping the first set, though, to Christian Fellowship School 25-15. We'll try to keep you updated on that as the game goes along. Now back up to you guys.
Thank you, Todd, for that update. And, of course, congratulations on Caldwell County's volleyball team reaching the All-A State Tournament. And we wish them the best while they're there over the weekend. First time Caldwell County's lost the coin toss this season, Bob. I don't hope that's not an indication of anything coming up tonight as we get down close to kickoff. 2:33 left to go before we kick it off. Kickoff is brought to you by Purcell Tire. Let's kick off this school year right with a free vehicle checkup from Purcell Tire. Trust us to keep your vehicle running great so you'll never be late for school or work. Purcell Tire, Highway 62 West in Princeton, and also available at www.purcelltire.com. Bob, any last comments before we get set to get this one underway here in Marion?
I think the opening drive here that we will have the ball is pretty important for us to control it. If we don't score, pick up 2 or 3 first downs, see what we can get done against the Crittenden defense. Hopefully we won't go 3 and out because that would give them momentum going into their drive. So it's another football game which is full of chess match scenarios, and we cannot turn the ball over.
Referees are at midfield and also gathered in prayer, and we just appreciate. I think Gary Goodacre was making some good points in the pregame show down on the sideline. These are communities that are friendly with each other. Coach McGowan even said a lot of the players with social media know each other. They're friends. But when it comes time to put the helmets on, I think this is going to be a clash that Crittenden County probably wants as bad as anything on their schedule, and we've got to come out and take care of business. I believe Caldwell County is by far the stronger team. I think we have the better athletes, but you can't come out and rest on what you did last week or the first 2 or 3 games of the season. You've got to come out and play, and Crittenden County is performing at its best right now, especially offensively.
And one other note to make mention of, Dennis, number 44 for Crittenden County, down here in front of us on the sidelines, is Noah McGowan, who played football at Caldwell his freshman year. He's now a junior. He's Wayne's cousin.
All right.
So we've got
a lot of ties here.
A lot of ties, yes, back and forth.
Well, as we get set to kick this one off, I'm going to kick the chair back, stand up, and we're going to see Caldwell County get first possession. Bob, I see a number out on the field. I like seeing number 25, one of the upbacks for Caldwell County, Travion Samuel, in the game tonight. Missed last week with an injury.
And you never know what Crittenden County is going to do on the kickoff. They might pooch it. They may onside it. We have to be alert. And you can see our line here in front of us exercising a lot of caution here down in their stance.
Derek Hollowell, Barron Wells back for Caldwell County. Not really deep, both of them about the 20-21 yard line, not expecting a deep kickoff. This one's going to be kicked and received by an upback. Van Hoosier at the 30, fields it, tries to find a hole, lowers his head, gets across the 35 to about the 36 yard line. So Tate Van Hoosier gets us underway offensively. Russ Bashir will bring his offense out and see if we can take care of business early in this one. Both teams, as Coach McGowan said in your show, Bob, will play 98-99% out of the shotgun.
And we'll make mention, without Caden McAllister in the lineup tonight, they'll have 5 players more or less going both ways for the Rockets.
So Russ in the backfield, compact set. He's going to put Logan Smiley in motion, fakes, hands off to Hollowell, tries to get outside. 30 pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Pick up a 3 on the play. Caldwell County quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Trill Branch, Tate Van Hoosier are the 2 wideouts on the right side. Bashir is going to roll right, looks downfield, keeps it, goes across the 40, and out of bounds, shy of the 45-yard line. Russ gave it as long as he could, looking for a receiver, had to tuck it and take off down the field. Ball at the 44-yard line. 3rd down and 3 for Caldwell. Quick hit to Hollowell. Hit, and he's going to be close to a first down. He was hit at the 45, kept the legs churning. And we're going to see how close it is. Looks like a first down from here where they're spotting the ball. We're directly across.
Ball marked at the...
And it is a first down.
Marked at the 48, Dennis.
Ball's at the 48-yard line. So first down, Caldwell County. Bashir takes it again, hands off to Hollowell, cuts it back up the middle. He's across the 45, 40, and knocked down inside the Crittenden County 40-yard line. Want to mention that last first down brought to you by Lake Barkley CrossFit. You can never be too healthy, strong, or in too good a health. Lake Barkley CrossFit has classes designed for anybody at any age level. Ball at 38. Bashir on a keeper, goes up the middle, gains inside the 35. Down to about the 32-yard line. Caldwell County in a very fast opening drive here. Bashir looks down the field. Down to Trip Branch. I think it's complete. Now the signal complete all the way down to the Rocket 21-yard line. Another Lake Barkley CrossFit first down. Hollowell in the backfield. Takes the handoff up the middle. Across the 20 down near the 15-yard line. Caldwell County, Bob, not giving maybe 10, 12 seconds in between plays. Really a fast-paced opening drive. Bashir looks to the sideline. Wideouts aren't really going wide early on. You've got Wells and Smiley stacked on the left side. Van Hoosier and Branch to the right with Hollowell to the left of Bashir. Bashir is going to roll left, looks down, gets it to Wells, turns it up complete across the 10, and he's going to be hit and piled up just shy of the 5-yard line. That should be another Lake Barkley CrossFit first down.
Ball marked at the...
We'll see where they set this one down at. Should be around the 6, 7-yard line is where they're going to put it. So first and goal, Caldwell County. Just over 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
9th play of this drive coming up.
Caldwell County's going to move it out a little bit more, spread this one. Puts Wells in motion. Flick goes to Wells. He's hitting the backfield, turns it up, and he's going to be pulled down for a loss back near the 10-yard line.
In the backfield of number 79, Billy Yates.
So Caldwell's going to have second and goal. Cool name for Crittenden County in on the tackle, T-Bone Boone. Bashir, empty backfield. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Hollowell, part of the trio to the right. He's going to put Hollowell in motion. Now he sets up beside Bashir. Russ to Hollowell, complete on the sideline. Hollowell keeps his feet, dives over the pylon. Touchdown, Caldwell County. Great effort and a pretty good catch by De'Eric Hollowell. That one on the fingertips as he got to the sideline.
It looked like that ball had been batted up in the air, Dennis, and all of a sudden De'Eric has it and turns upfield, goes down the sideline and scores.
Able to dive across the pylon right on the front corner. Caldwell County running the kicker out there, Blake Viverette coming. Play clock still has 15 seconds, so plenty of time. Logan Smiley will be the holder. Snap is back and down. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 8:51 left to go in the first quarter, Caldwell County takes the opening possession, drives it the length of the field, and gets on the board. Caldwell County 7, Crittenden County nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on WPKYonline.com.
Hey, you guys just keep it. The internet is not allowing me to control stuff.
Okay. So we are back. A little technical difficulty. Caldwell County scoring on their first possession. 8:51 left in the first quarter. And that extra point brought to you by Taco John's. What's better than a taco? A bunch of tacos. Try a 6-pack in a pound featuring 6 crispy beef or soft shell tacos and a pound of Olays. What a great meal to split or keep to yourself. And we've kind of decided over the course of the season so far, keep it for yourself. Taco John's of Princeton, your perfect game day meal, 6-pack and a pound.
And that's what we just mentioned, Dennis, leading into this game, that we came out fast and furious and have put 7 on the board just inside 3 minutes of the first half.
Bob, we're a fast-paced team, but they really weren't giving maybe 10 seconds at best in between plays, just hustling back to the line. Viverette approaches. Good kick. This one's going to be fielded at the 11-yard line. It's going to be a reverse handoff in the backfield. And Crittenden County is not going to make much of it. Gang tackle is going to be pushed by Crittenden County just outside the 20 to the 22-yard line. They tried to run a handoff after the reception of the kickoff. Tabor on the carry. Tabor's one kid, Bob, we have got to keep an eye on tonight because he's averaging, only played in a couple of games, but apparently set out one. Averaging 145 yards on the ground is number 5, Xander Tabor. Crittenden County at quarterback is going to have number 9, Hunter Jones. Jones splits the receivers out, goes into the shotgun, takes a snap, hands off to Tabor. Tabor finds a hole up the middle and finally brought down as he crosses the 30. Travion Samuel in on the tackle. Devin Kilgore also there, ball to the 32-yard line, picked up 9 on the play. So 2nd and 1 for the Rockets. Quarterback keeps it, hit by Ben Holt. Maybe bounced off enough for a first down up to the 34. Hunter Jones on the keeper, met helmet to helmet with Ben Holt, able to keep pushing and pick up the first down. So the Rockets 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Jones takes a snap, hands off to Tabor. Tabor dances around. Not much there for him. Wanted a hole, closed up very quickly.
Maybe a gain of 1 yard on that play, Dennis.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him up to the 35, so a pickup of 1. Great job by that defensive line of Caldwell County. Fought off the blocks and limited Tabor to a yard on that one. Jones yet to throw in this one. We mentioned Crittenden County only throws so far this season about 1/4 of the time. They put a player in motion. It's number 12. They're trying to go around the left side, hit, and maybe another yard. That was number 12 on the carry, Tyler Boone. Boone took it from a receiver spot. Took the pitch. Van Hoosier on the tackle. Picked up 1 on the play to the 36. 3rd down and 8 for Crittenden County. They'll move Boone in on the line. Kind of expect Xander to get this ball if they don't pass. Xander hit in the backfield, shakes it off, hit again. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Van Hoosier in on the tackle again. Bob, we didn't get to talk a lot about the defense in the pregame show, but Ben Holt, Tate Van Hoosier, 2 of the leading tacklers on the team. In fact, Holt was a tackle shy of averaging 10 tackles a game so far this season.
They had a monster game against Hopkinsville last week.
Barron Wells is going to drop back as Crittenden County will bring in the punt unit, trying to hustle a kid on late. Still 30 seconds on the play clock, so no problem there. Wells ought to receive this one in pretty good position. And Wells has shown some great speed this season.
Really elusive.
Crittenden County takes a snap, low snap, rolls, low line drive, picked up by the up back in Crittenden County territory, goes to the right sideline, hit, spins, finally knocked out of bounds inside the Crittenden 40-yard
and that was
line.
Max Kramer that caught that ball as a line drive punt. Max Kramer caught it, turned upfield, and taken down at the Rocket.
I think they're going to call it the 36-yard line. That was a great catch by Kramer because that ball was end over end and really not more than about 6 feet high.
And a line drive on top of that.
So Kramer, although he didn't score on it, he's in the running early for the play of the game.
Knew what to do with it when he caught it, that was for sure.
He did. He turned, went to the sideline, and had a good run after the catch. Picked it up at the 48, got down to the 36. Caldwell hands off to Hollowell. Up the middle, he's got some room. Gets down to about the 30. Good hard run by De'Eric Hollowell. Pick up of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Tigers. Barron Wells split wide to the left. Hollowell still in the backfield with Bashir. Hollowell with the carry. Pushes the pile, looking for that first down marker. No whistle yet. Pile still moving. You love the effort, Bob, as Caldwell County's line even got in pushing the pile. They're going to be very close to a first down on the play. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. It is a Lake Barkley CrossFit first down. That one was pure effort for 4 yards. Bashir, hand off again to Hollowell, finds a hole on the left side, pulled a couple of tacklers inside the 20.
About the 17, 18.
Give it to the 18-yard line. Referee blowing the whistle on the field to stop play. I think somebody on the Crittenden County sideline needs an explanation. And it's some discussion on the operation of the play clock, I think, is what's going on.
Already De'Eric with 7 carries in this game, Dennis, for 42 yards.
You kind of thought after last week's performance against Hopkinsville there would be a heavy dose of number 4, and so far, you're right, Bob, a lot of carries early on for De'Eric. Bashir, all alone, finds an open receiver on the far sideline. That's Trip Branch down near the goal line. Bob, there was nobody within 10 yards of Trip Branch. Bashir saw that hit him quick, and Branch took it inside the 5. We'll call it the 3-yard line. Bashir hands off to Hollowell, lowers his head, looks for that goal line, still push. Crittenden County makes the stand, though, right at the goal line. Gets down to the 2, so a pickup of 1 on the play. Second down and goal for the Tigers. Hollowell to the left side of Bashir. You've got a lot of blocking on that right side of the line for Caldwell County. They go up the middle, and it's touchdown Tigers. De'Eric Hollowell. Touchdown Tigers with 4:02 left to go in the first quarter. And Bob, Crittenden County hasn't shown so far that they can do anything to stop De'Eric Hollowell.
He's proven to be as good as he was last week in the game with Hopkinsville. The workhorse so far here in the first quarter.
Vibrate in for the Taco John's extra point. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 4:02 left in the first quarter, it's Caldwell County 14, Crittenden County nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
James Bond Roofing has been servicing the residents of Caldwell County for 25 years and has seen many years of Tiger sports accomplishments. They would like to wish all of the Tiger sports teams good luck this season. However, there are a couple players out there they are a little more partial to. So here's a big James Bond Roofing shout out to their very own Tiger football players, Ben Holt and Carter Jackson. Go get them, boys, and go Tigers!
And back to Rocket Stadium as Caldwell County leads this one 14-0. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Bob, it's been all Derek Hollowell here in the first quarter for Caldwell County.
Derek with 9 carries so far. One TD, actually 2 TDs, I believe.
Yeah, I think he scored both.
Yes, one on a pass and one on a run.
So Viverette tees it up at the 40. Big crowd here, as we said in the pregame, on both sides of the field as Crittenden County comes into their first home game of the year at 3-0, but Caldwell spoiling it early so far. Viverette, good kick. It's going to take a bounce at the 20, bobbled at the 10. They'll hand it off again. Finds a hole, got some open field at the 30, the 40, hit and brought down by Travion Samuel at the 47-yard line. Also in on the play was Blake Viverette, the kicker. As the flags on the field, Bob, referees are blowing the whistle. Flag is on the play. Oh, flag, I see it now, Bob, back at the 24-yard line.
Yes, there it is. There's the laundry.
And you kind of suspect maybe a hold, but we'll see. Caldwell County clapping like it is going to go against them. Illegal block. Block in the back against Crittenden County.
Well, this is going to maybe set them back to the 12-yard line.
Spot of the foul was the 24. So that's going to negate a big kickoff return by Crittenden County.
And we noticed, Dennis, not only on the kickoff was the tackle made by Travion, but he's been in the defense on defense for now the second series.
Good to see that kid back on. That's one of our favorite players, and we miss him when he's not in the lineup. Crittenden County is going to spread it out. Jones on the keeper. Not much there as he gets across the 15.
And Drew Davis on that tackle.
Drew Davis quickly to the carry on that one. Ben Holt also in the neighborhood. It's going to be second down and long for Crittenden County.
Call it 2nd and 9. Crittenden County disdaining the pass so far tonight.
They've had some success when they did throw it. Now it's Jones dropping back, going to look to the sideline in double coverage. Incomplete, great coverage. Travion Samuel on one side and closing Barron Wells quickly from his safety position, or corner position, excuse me. Travion must be feeling pretty good, Bob. He covered that one well.
I believe his ankle is if it's not 100%, it's 99 plus. Long situation here on 3rd for Crittenden County.
Jones, one back in the backfield. Low snap. Jones picks it up, goes over the middle, complete at the 20. Tackle by Ben Holt, well short of the first down.
Tackle made at the 28-yard line or 24-yard line.
Yeah, completion to number 12, Boone. Fourth down for the Rockets. Caldwell's going to send Wells back, but these are ones that you can't discount a fake punt, even though you would not think they would this deep in their own territory. Caldwell County having trouble getting the players they want on the field, so they're going to call a timeout. But we'll keep it right here on this one and tell you about one of our friends, Jeff Russo. Timeouts are brought to you by Russo Law of downtown Princeton. Russo Law is ready to serve all of your legal needs, and they wish the Tigers a great season. That's from Jeff Russo. Scoreboard look brought to you by Goodwin Insurance. Goodwin Insurance is your locally owned and operated independent insurance dealer ready to handle all of your insurance needs. 2:31 left to go in the first quarter. Fourth down for Crittenden County. Caldwell leads this one 14-0. A touchdown catch and a touchdown run by De'Eric Hollowell have the Tigers in great position early in this contest.
And back to receive the punt for Caldwell County is Barron Wells, assuming Crittenden County does punt, and I think they're too early in the game to be gambling, I would say.
This field position, you would not think that they would, but the last punt was not a very good one. Barely cleared the helmets of a lot of the offensive line. Snap is back. He rolls, going to keep it. Going to be hit at the 20, brought down, and it's going to be turnover on downs. Did they say the ball came loose, or I thought they called him down, but they say the ball came loose. And Caldwell recovered all the way down to the 14-yard line.
So there was a fumble on the play. Tigers.
Runner still down for Crittenden County.
So they will start on the 14-yard line.
He was hammered about the 24-yard line. It was not enough for the first down. Ball, I don't know when the ball came out, but they have it spotted at the 14-yard line.
There was a big crowd around the runner for Crittenden County, but the spot's going to be Caldwell was going to get the ball regardless because they held him on downs, but the fumble is going to take it all the way down to, I think, the 14-yard line. And they're going to bring the offense out as the kid was able to get up, probably got the wind knocked out of him pretty well because a lot of white jerseys around him making sure that that fourth down wasn't going anywhere. Todd, shoot us a text if you know who picked up the ball for Caldwell County. And we'll go down to you for that one. Caldwell brings the offense back down on the field. Bashir is going to go empty backfield on this one. Hollowell is going to split out with a trip set to the left. Bashir takes a snap. Going to hand it off to 21 on a reverse. Barron Wells cuts back in and gets it down inside the 15. Let's see where they spot this one. Wells on the reverse gets it down to about the, 12, Bob?
I'd say 12, yes.
2nd and 6 coming up for the Tigers. It's going to be Bashir on the curl, far side, complete, trip branch, into the end zone, touchdown, Caldwell County. As they're threatening to run away with this one early, 1:46 to go in the first quarter. Caldwell County's third touchdown, this time Bashir to Branch.
And Russ is off to a blazing start tonight. 6 out of 6 so far, 2 touchdowns.
Taco John's extra point going to be attempted by Blake Viverette. Snap bobbled. Logan Smiley did a good job getting it down. Extra point is good. So with 1:46 to go in the first quarter, it's the Tigers 21, the Rockets nothing. Back in 30 seconds, this is Tiger Football, where you can keep up with all of Tiger Football action on yoursportsedge.com.
1960s, 92% of Americans listen to local radio every week. What do you think it is now?
I bet it's a lot less.
Would you believe that it's still 92%?
Wait, you mean more people listen to radio than TV?
Yes, more people use local radio every week than any other device.
I know I listen. I just didn't realize that everyone else does too.
92% of Americans listen every week. You are right now. Thanks. This message brought to you by your local area radio stations. You can...
Back to Rocket Stadium, Caldwell County threatening to run away with this one early, 21-0 Tigers. 2 touchdown passes for Russ Bashir, a big dose of De'Eric Hollowell. And Caldwell County looking good early. As Crittenden County had a lot of high hopes on this one, Bob, but you can hear the air coming out of that balloon as we speak.
I would think if we listened real closely, we'd see a lot of hissing sounds going on.
Viverette's got it teed up at the 40. Crittenden County's got 2 deep at the 5. Viverette approaches.
Viverette's getting a lot of workout tonight with his leg.
This one's going to be received at the 5. They fake the handoff. It's going to be Tabor across the 20, trying to find some room. Gets hit shy of the 25-yard line.
Looked like I almost saw another block in the back on that, but no penalty flag down.
Little blindside hit on Ben Holt. If you're seeing the same thing I did, this was marked at the 24. Holt bounces right back up. That's a tough kid. We don't talk about enough, Bob, even though he highlights that defense. He got hurt last year. He's been just itching to get on the field all year long.
Really a tough kid.
Leading the team in tackles coming into tonight's action. Rockets spread 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Jones is going to throw in and out of the hands of number 8, Baker, I think it is. Bryson Baker. And he heard the footsteps of number 25 in white coming his way.
I think I would have dropped it too, Dennis.
Not sure it was on purpose, but I think the sound of Travion Samuel coming up maybe played a part in that one. 2nd and 10 for Crittenden County. 1:34 left to go. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Now whistles blow.
There's a flag on the play.
And
penalty against Crittenden, false start.
False start's going to move them back 5 yards.
Against the Rockets.
The Rockets couldn't have a much worse opening to their home debut.
It's going to make it 2nd and 15 for the Rockets.
Ball at the 19-yard line. Crittenden moving Boone to the left side. Xander Tabor in the backfield. We were expecting maybe some pretty good flashes out of Tabor tonight, but Caldwell County has bottled that up early. Crittenden looking to pass. Jones looks down the field over the middle and overthrown. Drawing a bead on that one was number 30 for Caldwell County, and that's Max Ashley.
3rd down and 15. So
almost overthrown enough for Ashley to get a hand on that one. 3rd down and 15 now for the Rockets.
Dennis, I'm getting a crick in my neck. This whole game's been played down to the left of us.
Screen set up, complete to Tabor. Oh, it's to Boone, rather. Hit shy of the 30-yard line.
Maybe shy of the 25, down to the 23.
23, yeah. That's where they'll spot that one. Only picked up 4 on the play on the screen. So 4th down, punting unit back out for Crittenden County. Back deep is Barron Wells, only back near his 50-yard line.
4th and 12 for the Rockets, deep in their territory.
The Tabor in motion. They'll roll. Low line drive kick. It's going to bounce. Caldwell County gets away from it. And one of the few times Caldwell County's been in their end of the field tonight, they'll start possession on their own 44-yard line. 23 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Tigers leading this one 21-0.
And another great example of getting out of the way of the football was Barron Wells on that case.
Yeah, I know the kid's athletic and likes to make the plays, and he's a great player. I know he thought about that, wanted to, but
initially, I think he gave it 1 second of thought, then
back and
good judgment took over.
It did. 2 backs in with Bashir. Handoff goes to Smiley across the 45, lowers his head, gets up to about the 48-yard line. Good hard-nosed run by Logan Smiley. Caldwell County may let the clock run down and end the quarter on this one. 2nd down at the 48. Caldwell snaps it, hands it off to Smiley again. He's across the 50, the 45, picks up the 1st down, still on his feet, finally brought down inside the 40 of Crittenden County. Big hole opened up by that line on the right side. Smiley found it.
1st down for the Tigers.
And a Lake Barkley CrossFit 1st down all the way down to the, Bob, have they spotted it yet? 30, I want to say the 36-yard line.
I think they've got it spotted, and then they take the chains upfield. So we're awaiting.
So that's the end of the first quarter. After a quarter of play, it's Caldwell County 21, Crittenden nothing. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Some of the best times are on the lake, eating your favorite foods, sipping on a drink, and listening to live music. The summer concert series at Eddy Creek Marina Resort is open for business, and there's plenty of room for you. Live bands every Saturday night, weekly specials at Echo Charlie's Restaurant, which is open from breakfast till dinner. Some of the faves are homemade crab cakes, Bubba's Key West salt rings, and the hand-patted Barkley Burger. Pontoon rentals, cabins, and more to enjoy at Eddy Creek Marina and Echo Charlie's this summer.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Imagine if there were a place you could go to buy gift certificates to some of the best businesses in town. Now, imagine all those great gift certificates priced 30, 35, 40%, and at times over 60% or more off retail every day of the week. The Loyal Listener Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to WPKYonline.com.
And we are back to Rocket Stadium. They jumped the gun on us a little bit, Bob. Flea flicker attempt almost complete in the end zone to Branch, but there's a flag on the field in the backfield.
In this second quarter, Dennis, if I can interrupt and to get this, is brought to you by Cozy Living. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique has been under the ownership and management of Pam and Haverlock for the past 3 years. Beautiful furniture and bedding, accessories, and gifts. Stop by and see Jake. Cozy Living, everything a home should be. Big penalty against the Rockets.
Roughing the passer call against Crittenden County. The flea flicker no good, but the ball moved all the way down to the 21-yard line. Smiley and Hollowell in the backfield with Bashir. Bashir Branch, the lone receiver to the right. Handoff goes to Hollowell. He gets around the corner, looks down the field, still on his feet, knocked down inside the 10-yard line. And Bob, you can fix that crick in your neck because I think we'll be on this end of the field a lot now as the Tigers go from left to right on your dial. We'll see where they'll spot this
inside
one.
the 10.
Inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. So 1st and goal coming up for the Tigers. Bashir in the backfield with Hollowell. He's going to hand off to Derek. He's going to try to go left side, turns up the field, finds the goal line, and gets in. Derek Hollowell, his 3rd score of the night. That with 11:23 left to go in the first half, as Hollowell picked up the 7 yards around the left side and makes it 27-0 Tigers, pending the Taco John's extra point coming up from Blake Viverette. Bob, just flawless so far by Caldwell County.
Absolutely no mistakes.
Snap is down, kick is up, and still no signal. It is good. 11:23 to go in the first half. Tigers 28, Rockets nothing. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger football on WPKYonline.com.
Tuesday night is soccer night on WPKY. Join us for live coverage this Tuesday night on 1580 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com and on your free WPKY app. This Tuesday night, it's a doubleheader as Caldwell County hosts Hopkins Central Storm. The girls' game will kick off the action from Butler Field. Airtime around 5:30. Tuesday night means it's Caldwell County Soccer Night on 1580 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com and on your free WPKY app.
Back to Rocket Stadium, 28-0 Caldwell County. And Bob, Derek took that ball around the left edge, made a good quick cut, and got into the end zone. Quick cut is brought to you by Big Boys Barbershop. Walk-ins are welcome at Big Boys, so come in for that quick cut or shave. Joe and Mike will slick you up quick at Big Boys Barbershop, 117 West Main in Princeton. And I got to speak highly of the guys. I stopped in there today for one of those shaves, and man, my face is smooth as a piece of glass.
It's just like a baby skin.
Oh, it is. It's great. So stop down there and see those guys at Big Boys Barbershop. Big kick. It's going to roll all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Blake Viverette having a great night. It's not often you got to ice down a kicker after a game, but Blake may have to do that tonight. Been a busy guy.
11 carries here in the first half for De'Eric Hollowell with 66 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground and 1 touchdown through the air. And the other touchdown tonight was Trip Branch through the air. So 2 rushing touchdowns tonight, 2 passing touchdowns.
And they may be looking for the catch of the game on those. We may have to think about those 2 catches. I know De'Eric made a nice fingertip catch on the one he made. Catch of the game is brought to you by Coleman Auto Parts. We'll have the catch of the game during our post-game show tonight. Jones brings the offense out, down 28 already, and this one's still almost a full quarter before halftime. Snap, ball loose on the ground, recovered by Caldwell County's number 63.
Devin Kilgore on that ball. If it's
we'll see if they call him down, and I think they're going to call him down back in the neighborhood of the 19-yard line.
So
Crittenden County catches a break. I think one official was going to give it to Caldwell.
Yeah, negate that fumble.
Well, we've got a break. Let's go down to the sideline with Todd Griffin for a score update.
Hey, Dennis, just got a report from Richmond in the All-A Classic. Bad news for Lady Tiger fans. Caldwell County falls to Christian Fellowship 2-0 at the All-A Classic. 25-15, 26-24 are the scores. Of course, the Lady Tigers have 2 more games in pool play. If they win those 2 games, they're still in the championship round Saturday afternoon, so still lots to play for the Lady Tigers in Richmond.
For that update, Crittenden County tried to run while we were getting that scoring update from the All-A state tournament. Not much there as Aaron Hensley for Caldwell County shut that one down. Third down and long for the Rockets.
3rd and 12 for the Rockets right now. Nothing's working for them.
Jones goes under center, handed off to the deep back, finds a hole up the middle, has got some room out near the 30-yard line to about the 31.
Yeah.
Xander Tabor found a hole, and we said the kid's pretty good. He found a little seam right there, able to get in it. And it'll move the sticks after a 3rd and long for Crittenden County. They'll now have it 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. That one works, so why not try it again? Jones looked like he's going to go under center again. Official timeout on the field.
Play clock.
Setting the play clock here at Rocket Stadium. Jones under center. Hands off to the one in motion. Run out to near the 35-yard line. Ben Holton on the tackle for Caldwell County. Pick up a 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 for the Rockets. And Bob, I guess they're going to stick with this. About the only thing they found working. They're going to keep Jones under center. Put 17 in motion. Deep back gets the handoff. I think that's Tabor all the way up near the 40-yard line before he's driven back.
Till he ran into Travion.
Yeah, you're not going very far after you run into number 25.
And also Leighton Davis in on that tackle. To the 39-yard line, gain of 4. 3rd and 2.
Under center again. 17 in motion, handoff to Tabor. Not much there on that one. I think Caldwell was really prepared on that play, eyeing Tabor as the intended back, and he did get the ball and didn't go really anywhere. 4th down and about 3. 9:04 left in the first half. Crittenden County having to rush a lineman in, still 16 seconds on the play clock. Wells back deep for Caldwell County. Tabor in motion. He rolls, almost blocked, gets the kick away, bounces at the 37, fielded by Wells at the 30. Flag on the play as Wells got it back to the 39-yard line. 2 flags in the backfield. I think this one may be against Caldwell County.
And they got Max Ashley for blocking in the back. He was actually set up by Barron, not cutting like Ashley thought he was going to cut.
And about half the officiating crew caught him on the block. 3 flags on the ground, all of them for Ashley. So that'll bring
Max
Caldwell
made a
back
good
little
block.
bit.
He just the guy just had his back turned to him because Barron broke it outside rather than breaking it back inside.
So ball's going to be spotted at the 21-yard line. Caldwell County will start at 1st and 10 from there. Looks like Van Hoosier, Smiley, and Branch split to the right. Quick hit is tipped at the line. It's going to be incomplete. That may be Russ's first incompletion tonight.
It's second incompletion.
Second incompletion.
Excuse me, his first incompletion. The other one was a penalty on the play.
So first incompletion for Russ stops the clock with 8:37 in the second. Trip set goes to the left this time. Van Hoosier branch to the right. Crittenden County showing blitz. We'll see if they back out of it. Empty backfield for Bashir. We'll see if Caldwell County can pick it up. Quick hit goes to Logan Smiley, complete. Tripped up. Smiley flipped on his head at about the 26-yard line. Let's give him to the 27, Bob, on that one.
Okay.
3rd and 5 coming up for Caldwell County. Would not surprise me to see a big handoff here to De'Eric Hollowell. Ball goes to Hollowell. Horse collar, that's got to be a flag, and it does. The flag comes in from the sideline. They stopped him right at the first down marker, but it's going to be a personal foul on this one because you saw his head snap back.
So he did get to the 30.
Got to the 38.
33, I think, Dennis.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, excuse me, the 33. But the horse collar is going to tack on 15.
More.
Ball all the way out to the Tiger 47-yard line.
So the Tigers will be on the 40.
1st and 10 Tigers. Lake Barkley CrossFit first down for the Tigers. Hollowell set in the backfield, goes in motion behind Bashir. Quick hit to Hollowell. He's got some blockers out front. Wants to turn it back up the middle. Hit and brought down at midfield. Another flag in now.
Number 4, Hollowell.
Clock's going to stop. We'll see what the flag is. Ball is spotted right now, right at midfield, Bob. They're talking to the lead official. Flag came from the far sideline. Face mask against Crittenden County.
Personal foul against the Rockets. Face mask.
Not much at all going right for the Rockets tonight, as this penalty will take the ball down to the 35-yard line of Crittenden County. Bob, I don't know if how the live stream has been a little up and down tonight, but I hope people appreciate the closeness to the field that you are at Crittenden County. We love the proximity here from the broadcast booth to the field here at Marion.
This is ideal for somebody wanting to see the action up close.
Bashir, quick hit to Smiley, up the field, complete, across the 30, brought down near the 25-yard line. Smiley's having a big game tonight for the Tigers.
Marked at the 26, pickup of 9 yards on that play. And Russ now 9 out of 10 tonight throwing the football.
3 receivers set, packed in to the right. Handoff goes to Hollowell. Hit at the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a little bit on the play. Looks like back to maybe the 27.
Loss of maybe 1 or 28. Let's call it
28.
28.
Yeah, it's going to be closer to the 28. You're right. So loss on the play is going to bring down 3rd down and just about 3 for Caldwell County. 6:44 to go in the first half.
Tate Van Hoosier in the backfield for the Tigers.
Crittenden again showing blitz. Bashir rolls complete to Van Hoosier at the 25. He's got some room, spins inside the 10, and finally knocked out of bounds. Tate Van Hoosier, a strong run. Bowled over a couple of tacklers down to the, looks like about the 7-yard line, Bob.
21-yard pass completion.
Quarterback Hunter Jones brought him down. And we're going to reset the play clock, I think he's calling for. We'll call it the 8, but a great run by Van Hoosier. First and goal again for the Tigers. Bashir hands off to Smiley. Smiley lowers his head, gets across the 5, and brought down right on the 5-yard line. Second and goal for the Tigers. Branch and Van Hoosier split to the right. Wells, Smiley split to the left. Bashir rolls right, looks in the end zone, complete. Touchdown, Tate Van Hoosier. Bashir to Van Hoosier makes it 34-0 Caldwell County, pending the extra point attempt from Blake Viverette. Or they may go for 2 here, Bob, because it'll be a running clock.
Some of the Apollo strategy that we
saw.
Half,
yeah. We'll see if they do keep the offense out. They're going to send Trip Branch to the far left. Hollowell in the backfield. 2 tight ends set. Bashir takes it. Hands off to Hollowell. Hit and in, though. Crosses the goal line. 2-point conversion is good. So with 6:01 to go in the first half, Caldwell County hits that mercy rule mark. 36 for the Tigers and nothing for the Rockets. We're going to take 30 seconds and be right back. You're listening to Tiger football coverage on WPKYonline.com.
Girlfriends, let's face it, it's hot, and we all perspire more in the summer. Farmers Dry Cleaners knows what we need. We need our clothes clean. We need them clean now. Farmers Dry Cleaners opens at 6:30 on weekdays. I drop mine off on the way to work, but if I'm running late, they stay open until 6 p.m. so I can run them by after work too. They always have them ready within 24 hours. Just remember, they are closed on the weekends. Farmers Dry Cleaners knows what's important, making me look good. Because if I don't look good, they don't look good.
Back to Rocket Stadium. Caldwell County leads this one now 36-0. 6:01 to go in the first half. Viverette's going to tee this one at the 40. Put it in play. Crittenden County is going to send players now back to the 5, one at the 8. Bob, back home next week as we take on Union County. Viverette waits for the official to give the signal. Here he approaches, kick is up, and fielded at the 9-yard line. Crittenden County back up the middle, has a good return on this one, hit at the 35, and finally brought down near the 40-yard line. I think they're going to give him to the 40, Bob, so about a 31-yard return on the play. Start to see some new faces probably before long for Caldwell County. Certainly in the second half. As we are in running clock. Crittenden County back out on the field. Jones will take over at quarterback. They found something they liked, Bob, and Jones being under center. They're going to stick with it right now. 2 tight end set, player in motion. Motion guy gets the handoff, takes it across the 40. That's Boone, hit, still trying to pull. Got up to maybe the 45-yard line.
Good hard run by Hunter Boone on that one, or Tyler Boone, I should say.
John Paredes and Drew Davis in on the tackle for Caldwell County. So pick up a 5, 2nd and 5 now for the Rockets. Hunter Jones under center. 17 in motion, takes the handoff. He's across the 45, 50, finds a hole into Caldwell County territory.
And that's Morgeson on the carry.
So a first down for Crittenden County. Did you say Morganson?
Yes.
This is the weirdest roster I think we've had so far this year. Jones under center. Hands off to Boone. Boone pulled down at the Tiger 45-yard line. Little frustration on the field with the Crittenden County players. Referee comes in, takes care of that really quick. And Bob, I'm sure an extremely disappointing opening half here for Crittenden County. Had some high expectations, but Caldwell County has come in and played flawless.
Really have played well.
Deep back Tabor gets the ball, and he's going down maybe back to the line of scrimmage. 54 for Caldwell County, Elijah Shaheen. Third down and long for the Rockets. Don't get extended halftime tonight. They got some festivities going on here at Marion, so stay tuned for the halftime stats. Jones out of the pocket. He's got some company in the backfield, brought down. Travion Samuel on the sack. All the way back into Rocket territory at the 49-yard line. Fourth down and long. Running clock down to 2:34 now. Crittenden County has Tabor in motion. He'll come back, sit, now goes back in motion. Roll to the right. Crittenden County's going to keep it, looks down the field. Gets across the 50, and that's about it. Maybe down to the 48-yard line. That didn't fool Caldwell County a bit. Van Hoosier in on the tackle. It'll give it back to Caldwell County on the turnover on downs.
It's coming.
Minute 53. We'll see what Caldwell County can tack on here in the first half. Trip set to the left. And timeout called on the field by Caldwell County. We'll take a quick one here also. 1:41 to go in the first half. Tigers lead this one by 36. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on WPKY.
All at your fingertips now at WPKYonline.com. Local video, local news, local sports, local weather information, and of course, contests. Plus, you can listen to us on your smart device. Just click the Listen Now button. We've made it easier to find your favorite information. WPKYonline.com.
Back to Rocket Stadium. Caldwell County with their best performance by far of the year, Bob. Just no real errors so far tonight that we can even bring up or say that they did something wrong. It's been just pretty much a perfect game by the Tigers tonight. They've come out taking care of business. They've made tackles. They've caught the ball. They've ran the ball well. They've blocked. Extra points have been good. You name it, and Caldwell County's done it tonight.
Anything that you want to see in a football team and how they've come out and met the challenge would be all superlatives. Dennis, they have really played well here, as the 36-0 score indicates.
Tigers back on the field. Travion Samuel in the backfield with Bashir. Trip branch to the right, trip set to the left. Bashir looks down the field, intercepted at the 37-yard line. That's Tabor across the 50. And the turnover gives it back to Crittenden County, returned by Tabor all the way up to the Tiger 42-yard line. Bashir tried to go over the middle. That one read well by Xander Tabor. We talked about near perfection, Bob, but we may have jinxed Caldwell County into the first turnover of the night. Jones in the backfield. Just about a minute left here in the first half. Jones drops back, three-man rush. He's going to go sideline. This one complete to number 31. And it's touchdown Rockets. 31, Bob, if you can find that number.
31 is Preston Turley.
Preston Turley. Caldwell County had a defender in the area. I think he was waiting for the ball to come down. Turley wasn't the intended receiver. I think it was a miscommunication. He ran under the ball, took it to the house. So Crittenden County will try the extra point. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 48 seconds left in the first half. It's Caldwell County 36, Crittenden County 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You can follow the Tigers with all the Tiger coverage all season on yoursportsedge.com.
Are you overwhelmed with decisions when it comes to building a new home? When it comes to heating and air, do you know your fuel and energy efficiency options? The different types of HVAC systems, manufacturer and dealer warranties, indoor filtration options. McGregor Group has over 30 years of industry experience and can help you simplify your heating and air conditioning decisions on new builds. Don't just settle. Be informed. Call the experts at McGregor Group today.
Back to Rocket Stadium. Crittenden County on the board with 48 seconds left to go. Jones to Preston Turley. Did get the crowd back in it a little bit for Crittenden County. Caldwell County still in control in this one by far, 36-7 as we near halftime. Up back, touches it for Caldwell County, picked up by the next back up. Gets back to near the 40-yard line. That was number 17 for Caldwell County, Riley Orange. Caldwell County does not have to run a play. We'll see if they choose to. And I don't think they're going to, Bob. They're going to walk off the field, team, headed towards the locker room as we tick down the seconds here in the first half. So a big first half by Caldwell County as they'll take a 36-7 lead into the locker room at halftime. Stay tuned for the halftime show brought to you by Little Caesars. That's coming your way in just a few minutes. We'll take a look at all the stats in the first half. We'll go down to the field with Todd Griffin also, so stay tuned for that. At the half, it's Caldwell County 36, Crittenden County 7. This is Tiger football coverage on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Howdy, folks. Right now, come into KFC and get a free chocolate cake with a 10-piece meal. It's free. It's free chocolate cake. How else can I say it? It's a whole chocolate cake that you don't pay any additional money for. See, that's the arrangement. I don't know how else to explain this. You buy a 10-piece bucket meal. I slide an actual chocolate cake made a real actual cake across the counter. You take it. We both go our merry ways. So come on down to KFC. Get your free cake today. It's fair looking good. Offer excludes 12-piece tenders meal. Limited time only. Occasions.
We've all heard the phrase, service above self, or servant's heart. There are some that actually live by this. We call these folks hometown heroes. Nominate your hometown hero by going to WPKYonline.com and clicking on Hometown Hero. They just may be recognized as the Hometown Hero of the Month.
There's an advantage in being the home team. You know who Emma Talley, Jake Lewis, and Pat Gates are. You've seen the wall around Butler Stadium and have heard of the Caldwell Crazies. Trice Hughes, we're your home team. Here's our home team deal of the week.
2018 new Dodge Durango Citadel. Loaded up sticker price almost $60,000. On sale Trice price $48,999.
Get this home team deal of the week at Trice Hughes. Find us on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or tricehughes.com.
You're listening to Caldwell County Football on WPKY Princeton.
This is Fred Foltz at the Woodall Agency in Princeton. We have served the small business owners of this area for over 100 years. Do you have trouble understanding liability or workers' comp insurance? Are your insurance premiums spiraling out of control? Whether you're a furniture store on Main Street, a plumber or electrician, or a locally owned bank or car dealer, we have a policy for you. We are the business insurance experts. Give me a call at 365-5541. You'll be glad you did.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Imagine if there were a place you could go to buy gift certificates to some of the best businesses in town. Imagine all those great gift certificates priced 30, 35, 40%, and at times over 60% or more off retail every day of the week. The Loyal Listener Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to WPKYonline.com.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Health First Community Health Center, Hancock's Neighborhood Market, Josh Cook Modern Woodman, K.E.'s Kitchen, Kentucky Homes Realty, Fraternal Financial, Penny Ryle District Health Department, Raider Auction Company, The Joshua Tree, and by Penny Ryle Home Medical. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com and on your free WPKY app.
It's not too late to lease a residential, commercial, or agricultural propane tank, so you'll be prepared for this winter. Give Fortner Gas in Princeton a call today to get on their schedule now while prices are still low. If you are an existing Fortner Gas customer and refer a friend for a new tank installation, you'll receive 50 gallons of propane for free. Fortner LP Gas Company in Princeton, a locally owned family business since 1951.
For delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine, head to La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or in Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Stop in for delicious lunch or dinner. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant is open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 to 9:30, Sundays 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
I got mine at Audubell.
I got mine at Audubell.
I got mine at Audubell.
I got my hearing aids at Audubell.
As a psychiatrist, I had to listen to my patients very well. And Audubell gave me my ears back.
And they've really changed my life.
I've been wearing hearing aids for 50 years, and Audubell is by far the best hearing aid.
I'm Donnie Baker, helping you hear well at Audubell.
Call Audubell for your free hearing test, 554-1900.
Girlfriends, let's face it, it's hot, and we all perspire more in the summer. Farmers Dry Cleaners knows what we need. We need our clothes clean. We need them clean now. Farmers Dry Cleaners opens at 6:30 on weekdays. I drop mine off on the way to work, but if I'm running late, they stay open until 6 p.m. so I can run them by after work too. They always have them ready within 24 hours. Just remember, they are closed on the weekends. Farmers Dry Cleaners knows what's important, making me look good. Because if I don't look good, they don't look good.
The teams are in the locker room, and it's time for the Tiger Halftime Report on WPKY.
And welcome everyone back to Rocket Stadium. We're at halftime as Caldwell County in total control of this one, 36-7, as the Rockets put a late touchdown on the board in that first half. Halftime Report is brought to you by Little Caesars of Princeton, featuring the Quattro Pizza for $7. That's the latest in the experiment from the Hot and Ready chain. 4 different sections with a medley of cheese, meats, and bruschetta. Everyone gets what they want. Best of luck this year, Tigers. Go get them from the Little Caesars there in Princeton. And Bob, that's on our radar a little bit later in the season, one of those Quattro pizzas. So we got to keep that in mind as we'll take one of those on the road this year. Extended halftime here at Rocket Stadium as Bob tallies up the first half stats, the Poly-I stats, and he'll bring you those in just a few minutes. Right now, while we've got a minute, let's send it down to the field and Todd Griffin.
Thanks, Dennis. Halftime, 36-7, and like you mentioned, a little extra halftime going on at Crittenden County tonight. First home game for the Rockets, but Tigers playing spoiler there in the first half, Gary. Really good start for Caldwell.
De'Eric Hollowell got plenty of touches. I don't know the stats that Bob's got, but he was a handful. Russ was able to hit receivers. I think they did exactly what you said, Todd. They set up the passing game off of De'Eric. Excellent play calling. The pass to De'Eric was tipped, but he was able to make something out of potentially a bad situation, and that was early. I mean, if they get a interception and get field position, could be a whole different game. Caldwell basically put their foot on the gas and didn't let go, and 36-0 got the running clock in order.
Yeah, I think the key thing you said there was field position, and the Tigers owned it in the first quarter.
Well, the key was we were getting the first drive was so methodical. Everything was going well. We set up what we wanted to. I like our defensive intensity. our D-line is really taking care of their running game. I think they believed by their play calling that they could run the ball. It didn't look like it was working very well. I love our front seven doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, and another thing you mentioned there, the defensive line. You know, for years we've talked about the offense at Caldwell County, and rightfully so. The Tigers have been a show at times, putting up points. Got a kid that leads the nation in the NCAA in passing right now. But this defensive front for Caldwell County has been pretty good this season. Well, let me correct that. They've been really good this season.
The other thing that you're looking at is not just the tackles they're making. D-line is supposed to eat up blocks so linebackers can make tackles, but they're so effective, they're not only eating up blocks, they are still being able to make the tackles. Also, they're getting penalties, getting holding, and you can see the frustration in Crittenden with the personal foul penalties. This isn't going quite the way they planned.
Well, and a couple of young kids on that defensive front. You look at a Drew Davis and Elijah Shaheen. They're having a tough time getting those kids blocked.
And they're both sophomores, so I do believe, especially Elijah, there's room on his frame to gain about 15 pounds, and Drew's already being exactly what an interior D lineman should do, to eat up blocks and make tackles. I think that the future looks good on our defense. The key is the intensity. Yes, there's going to be the running clock. We're going to get kids in, but this is the kind of effort we're going to need in the first half next week against Union and Ballard, because Mayfield's coming in 3 weeks.
Again, Caldwell County up 36-7 at halftime. Not sure if we'll see Derek Hollowell in the second half, guys. He's on the sideline over here. Maybe got a little overheated. It was warm down here, Gary, especially first of the game. I mean, it's still a little warm down here.
This is quite a humid night as well. It's a bowl. It's 10 deep over on the visitor side here. You've got a lot of people here. The bowl effect. It's just everyone's hype, and when you get that, it can be easy to overdo it, and I think that maybe the play calling, he had a lot of touches. I don't have the tally right now. Tyler's working on that, but he was a workhorse, and I'm glad he's going to get some rest in the second half.
Again, 36-7, Caldwell County over Crittenden County at the half. A whole lot of people being introduced here at halftime. Crittenden County's band is on the field. Dennis, going to send it back up to you and Bob, and again, just a great first half for the Tigers.
All right, thank you, Todd, for that report down there with Gary. 10:29 left on the clock before we kick off second half, but it may go a little bit longer. They introduced all the youth football players and cheerleaders for Crittenden County. Now the band just about to make their first appearance here as they'll perform here at halftime. Big first half for Caldwell County, like the guys said then on the sideline, Bob. Derek Hollowell with probably the catch of the game, one of the highlights, but 36 points in that first half. As I'm going to turn it over to you for the Poly-Eye stats for the first half.
And Gary pointed out something that I thought I had seen on that touchdown pass to Derek Hollowell. I thought the ball was flipped up in the air, and all of a sudden he's pulling it in, so it was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Derek not losing concentration on the ball, able to gather it, reel it in, take it into the end zone from 10 yards out. And that was the Tigers' first scoring play of the night, coming in the first quarter with 8 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Caldwell County, the PAT was good by Blake Viverette. Tigers leading 7-0 at that point. Also in the first quarter, Derek Hollowell on a slashing 2-yard run. PAT good again by Blake Viverette. That coming at the 4-minute, 2-second mark of the first quarter. Caldwell County taking a 14-0 lead at that point. Again, in the first quarter, a 10-yard pass to Trip Branch from Russ Bashir. The PAT again good by Blake. 1 minute, 46 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Caldwell County goes up 21-0. In the second quarter, Derek Hollowell strikes again, this time on a 7-yard run with 11 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The PAT good again by Blake Viverette. The Tigers leading 28-0 at that point. Also in the second quarter, Tate Van Hoosier, a 5-yard pass from Russ Bashir, and that was after a 25-yard pass to Tate from Russ, setting that ball up the 5-yard line. Tate taking the pass from Russ Bashir going into the end zone from 5 yards out. The 2-point conversion was run by Derek Hollowell at the 6-minute, 1-second mark of the second quarter, and that produced a 36-0 score. And at that point in the game, it becomes a running clock. In the second quarter, Crittenden County finally gets on the board on a 47-yard pass from Hunter Jones to Preston Turley. The PAT was good. That coming with 40 seconds remaining in half. Caldwell County with a 36-7 lead at that point, and that's what we see here at halftime. The Tigers leading 36-7. Crittenden County will get the ball to start the third quarter. Again, that will be a running clock. And for Caldwell County, Derek Caldwell, the workhorse in the first half, 14 carries, 69 yards. Russ Bashir, not indicative of what he's done all year, only 2 carries for 9 yards. Logan Smiley, 3 carries for 18 yards, running hard. Barron Wells on an end around, 1 carry for 4 yards. Caldwell County with 20 rushes tonight for 100 yards on the ground. In the air, Barron Wells with 2 catches for 5 yards. Tate Van Oozer, 2 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown. Trip Branch, 3 catches for 36 yards and a touchdown. DeEric, 2 catches for 13 yards and a touchdown. Logan Smiley, 2 catches for 15 yards. Total yardage through the air for the Tigers in the first half, 95 yards. Russ was 11 out of 13 tonight with 1 pick. Actually, only one of his balls went incomplete. Dennis, he threw 11 to us and 1 to them, so to speak. But great performance in the first half by the Tigers. The Tigers with 195 yards total offense. Crittenden County completely outmatched here in the first half. They have 18 rushes for 39 yards, less than little over 2 yards a carry. And they completed 3 passes for 57 yards, of the big one being the 47-yard touchdown pass to Preston Turley near the end of the first half. So Crittenden County with 39 yards on the ground, 57 yards in the air, total of offense of 96 yards in the first quarter. And until that big pass to Turley, they'd only had roughly 50 yards of total offense in the first quarter. Caldwell County completely dominating play in the first half, as Gary pointed out, and Todd as well. It was not the linebackers making tackles tonight. It was the front 4 of the Tigers completely dominating Crittenden County's offensive line. So, again, a great performance tonight in the first half by the Tigers. Tigers will see the running clock, and as Dennis has pointed out, and Todd and Gary will probably see a lot of, probably keep our first string in for the first drive, and then let things happen after that. It's unbelievably how quick a running clock takes down 12 minutes and a quarter.
Yeah, we're going to be leaving early here tonight from Marion, that's for sure. Bob, an efficient first half for the Tigers. You're looking at just shy of 200 yards offense in that first half, at 36 points off of that 200 yards. You couldn't ask for much better from the Tigers. Defensively, just the one pass that I think we had a beat on, just kind of waiting for the interception. To their credit, the Crittenden player ran under it, took it away, and took it to the house because we were set on the pick right there.
Well, actually, on the pick, we were lined up to make the pick, and on their touchdown pass was a one-play drive after they intercept. We were in position to make the interception, and Turley somewhere comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And he's a big kid, 6'7". He's a basketball player. We've seen him on the hardwood down here. So as far as one play is all Crittenden County can brag about tonight so far in this game.
Just under 4 minutes to go before we will kick this one off. John, I'm not sure what you're signaling to us.
And again, looking at the scoreboard here as we're winding down here, the scoreboard, that's going to be brought to you by Goodwin Insurance. The scoreboard reading now here, Caldwell County 36, Crittenden County 6. Goodwin Insurance wishing the Tigers luck. Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency, capable of handling all your insurance needs.
And Bob, thank you for those stats you had for the first half. Stats, of course, brought to you by Pollyeyes of Princeton. Aside from the fabulous pizza, you can go in, have a sit-down dinner of some of the best sandwiches, pasta dishes, salads, the whole package there at Pollyeyes Pizza. So we appreciate Dynamite and his crew helping us bring you Tiger football this season on WPKY. We apologize to folks for the live stream. We gave it a shot tonight the best we could. We've situated the internet everywhere we thought would work the best. Still not able to do it, so we'll try that again on the next road game, but we had to cut that off tonight. Just was not going to happen here from Marion. Caldwell County back at home next week, Bob, and I want you to tell us something about this too, because you're in with these clubs. We had a radio auction back in the spring, and we had a great idea of letting somebody say, hey, I can do better than those two guys any day of the week. Well, Nicky Dunbar put his money where his mouth is, so he's going to join us next Friday night as we go back home to Tiger Stadium. He's going to be in the booth with us, helping bring you Tigers and Braves next Friday night from Princeton.
I feel my job may be in jeopardy just thinking about it, Dennis.
He's pretty excited. I don't know if it was a nervous excited or an excited excited, but we talked to him yesterday, so he's really prepared and looking forward to it. So it's Nicky Dunbar, part of the broadcast crew, next week from Tiger Stadium. And if you would like to do that, we hope to offer that again at the auction next year, whether you want a football game or a basketball game. The money goes back to the youth of Caldwell County, so it goes to a good cause, Bob, and it's all in a lot of fun. And I think Nicky is really looking forward to this, but save up the loose change and see what you can do next year in that auction. Maybe you can be in a booth with the three of us or on the sideline with Todd.
And that's a great service that our Ham Broadcasting has done here, was to allow us to do that, raising money for the Optimist Club. They do great work here in Princeton with the youth, and so we're really appreciative of Beth Mann and her radio station in doing that.
Yeah, it was close to between 30 and 40 hours on the air last week, donated by Ham Broadcasting, so we appreciate the company that owns our radio station now. It's our community station, and they've really embraced that, and it's just a joy to be able to be a part of it here on Friday nights, and all the guys and ladies that help bring us Tiger football and all the other things going on with WPKY, including Coffee Talk in the morning with Tess and Ty. That's pretty enjoyable. I've got a chance to listen to them a few times. They have a great time on the air in the mornings.
And it's, that's just what local radio is all about, is the ability to entertain the people, not just constantly play music, go to can stuff. And our sports coverage, we think, brings a lot of listeners to the broadcast. And I'm sorry that we couldn't get the stream up and going tonight, but one of these days you'll have internet anywhere you go.
Yeah.
But not the case tonight.
Yeah, so, I think our sports coverage here, I'm a little bit biased, of course, but I think our sports coverage with WPKY and your Sports Edge, as we team up together, is just second to none in the area.
I think so too, and certainly the opportunity to do this is just really rewarding for me, and I know it is for you. And Crittenden County making their way back onto the field. Again, they set the 3-minute clock to run down. So we're still about 2 minutes and 36 seconds. And the other thing, we enjoy the radio auction.
Yeah.
We've done that.
That's a ball.
Upcoming, you've done it longer than I have. This year will be my third year, and that really is immensely enjoyable. One of the big fundraiser for the Optimist Club, which enables them to put on the street fair at Black Thatch, which this past year, everything I've heard about that, it went really well organized, obviously showed a lot of planning that went into it, and we're just excited and pleased to hear that.
Yeah, the radio auction, maybe I don't need to buy as many food items as I do. Maybe I need to buy more exercise items next year, but I love the radio auction and all that they do for our community and for the youth of our community. And I'll tell you, one of the big providers to that radio auction as far as giving food is our halftime sponsor, Little Caesars of Princeton. They'll donate a lot of pizzas each night of the radio auction. You can get those, and it's great. You can go in, pick up a pizza that's hot, ready. You don't have to wait in line for anything. You just pick it up, and you're on the road. And we appreciate Ryan Jaggers and all the folks down at Little Caesars helping us bring you Tiger football this season.
And Dennis, I'm going to jump the gun here because I know when this clock starts and they line up.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick second half.
Yeah, the third quarter is going to be brought to you by Cozy Living. We may not be able to do this for the fourth quarter because of the time constraints, if you will. Third quarter going to be brought to you by Cozy Living, Interiors and Boutique. Stop by and see Pam, see Hab. Hab is your local U-Haul dealer in Princeton, and Pam's got merchandise all over that store and all kinds of sales going on. I think one sale might be ending tomorrow, but that means that there may be one or two more starting next week. So go out and see Pam, see Hab. Beautiful furniture, bedding, accessories, and gifts. They are also your local U-Haul dealers, we pointed out. Cozy Living, Interiors, and Boutique, next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Everything a home should be.
And the halftime report brought to you by Little Caesars of Princeton, where they feature the Quattro Pizza for $7. It's part of the Hot and Ready chain. It has 4 different sections with a medley of cheese, meats, and bruschetta. Everyone gets what they want at Little Caesars of Princeton. And hopefully Brian will have one of those hot and ready for us, maybe on the trip down to Ballard. That would be a good trip in a couple of weeks. Take a good hot pizza on the road down to Ballard Memorial. That on the 27th, of course, next week, as we said, at home against the Union County Braves from Tiger Stadium. Our coverage starts right after the local news next Friday night with the Your Sports Edge area preview. Bob will have Coach Wayne McGowan in the coaches show right after that, and then the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show coming your way to take us up to kickoff between the Tigers and the Braves. Both teams back out on the field as we get set to kick off the second half. Crittenden County won the toss. They'll get the first ball here as we start the third quarter. Viverette approaches. Kick is in the air. Short kick bouncing at the 15, fielded at the 10. Crittenden brings it back up the middle, gets it to the 25. And that's where the Rockets will come out and start 1st and 10. Morganson on the return for the Rockets. Hunter Jones will come out and bring the offense out for Crittenden County, who trail this one 36-7.
And just as we thought, the Tigers have their first string defense out there.
Yeah, you'll see the starters some in this third quarter, but after that, there'll be a lot of clean jerseys out on the field for the fourth. Trip set to the left. Single receiver to the right as Jones goes back, throws, incomplete, and almost picked off. That one tipped up. Incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 for Crittenden. Not much has worked out of the shotgun tonight at all for Crittenden County. They've been predominantly out of the under center to move the ball in at all tonight.
And that pass was to their big 6'7" kid that had to jump, and the ball just over his hands.
Jones drops back, gets some pressure, throws complete over the middle. That's Boone at the 30-yard line.
They're going to mark him at the 30.
Right on the 30-yard line.
Gain of 5 makes it
3rd down and 5 coming up for Crittenden County. They'll stay in the shotgun. 2 receivers left and right for the Rockets. Jones takes a snap, drops back. 4-man rush for the Tigers. He has some pressure, throws sideline, incomplete. Caldwell County's number 67 almost got to the quarterback. That's Aaron Hensley.
He's played a nice game tonight. We followed his name 2 or 3 times.
So that'll bring up 4th down for the Rockets. 4th and 5 from their own 30-yard line. Wells drops back for Caldwell County. He rolls. Hunt is up. Low line drive right to Wells. Received at the 40. Across the 45. 50. He's got some blockers in front of him. Down the far sideline. Tripped up near the 30-yard line. So Wells on a nice return for the Tigers. Takes it down, I think, to the 29-yard line. Now they're going to spot it all the way down to the 27-yard line, Bob.
Nice return of probably 23, probably a 33-yard punt return.
So Bashir back in at quarterback. He'll have Smiley in the backfield. As Todd Griffin reported at halftime from the sideline, might not see a lot of De'Eric Hollowell in the second half. We'll wait and see. Snap is back, handoff to Smiley. He's hit, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Bob, we're kind of in a dilemma. They brought some snacks for us that look really great, some cupcakes, but with a running clock, this is going to be difficult. That might be a ride home.
That's exactly what that looks like to me, Dennis. So
I may have to put these behind me because they look really good. I may have to turn play-by-play over to you or something.
What'd we do on that one, Doug?
I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. 2 receivers each way. They're going to move Smiley to the right side of Bashir. Throw down the far sideline. This one almost intercepted. Instead knocked down by Crittenden County. Nice coverage by the Rockets down near the 5-yard line. Xander Tabor, big athletic kid, knocked that one down in coverage.
And with this running clock, Dennis, we're down to 7 minutes and 30 seconds and just run maybe 6-7 plays here in the third quarter. Both teams combined.
You got Tate Van Hoosier in the slot. Trip Branch wide to the right. Smiley in the backfield. Bashir takes a snap, drops back. Now he's got to roll right. Crittenden County brought the blitz and got him. They drove Bashir all the way back to the Rocket 40-yard line. So that'll bring up 4th down and long for the Tigers.
4th and 23.
I think this will be Branch's first punt of the night.
His first punt.
.6:46 to go in the third quarter. Snap is back. Crittenden tries to get to it. Branch gets it off. Angles to the far sideline where it's down by the Tigers' Wells at about the 25-yard line, maybe the 24.
So the Rockets will start.
I think we will put it down at the 24 where the Rockets will take over.
24-yard line.
1st and 10 for Crittenden County as they trail 36-7. Excellent first half for the Tigers. As Jones looks over his set. Trips to his left. He's going to roll left. Design keeper for Hunter Jones. Hit at the 25 by Tate Van Hoosier. Van Hoosier laid a hit on Jones that time, Bob. Flag on the play.
They're going to mark the ball at the 25. Penalty, I guess, against Caldwell.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to march this one off. Personal foul. Maybe called that against Van Hoosier. The only thing I can think of is maybe the helmet to helmet. So the personal foul brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. First down for the Rockets. Trip set now to the left, one receiver to the right. Handoff to the back, turns, goes up. I think that's Tabor across the 40. Xander Tabor on the carry. Picks up about 3 on the play. To the Rocket 43-yard line.
2 yards on the play. So bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Rockets.
Trip set again to the right for Crittenden County. Caldwell County just a 4-man rush. Handoff to Tabor. Flag on the play. Tabor leaps and gets it to midfield. Good hard run by Xander Tabor, but it may come back.
We got holding on Crittenden County.
And a flag after the play.
A little chippy. It's getting a little chippy on the field here.
And I think that one's going to go against Caldwell County. Maybe a little jawing in the backfield.
Whether these will be offsetting or how they'll.
It's going to be a hold against Crittenden County.
So what was...
And personal foul against Caldwell County. I think it was some jawing right next to the referee on one of Caldwell's corners. So they're going to take it back to the 35. Got to get the steps in, take it back to the 35 and mark it off to the 50. Where Crittenden County will have 1st and 10 from midfield. They get this sorted out. Clock starts back up with 4:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rocket crowd trying to keep the team in this one. And clock started just a little bit early. It's got to start on the snap. They let that one go on the whistle, I mean. Jones in the shotgun. He drops back, gets some pressure, flares it out to the side. Pushed out of bounds is number 17. Preston Morganson on the catch.
Loss of 2 yards on that play.
John Paredes on the tackle. They tried to set up a screen, but really well covered by that linebacker core for Caldwell County. Turley, the receiver to the near side. Bobby is a big kid, big target. Jones looks for him down the sideline, goes up, intercepted. Caldwell County's number 30 gets a little redemption after the penalty. That's Max Ashley on the interception. And Bob, what would you say Ashley gives up on that one? He's 5'9", Turley 6'7".
He gives up 12, a foot in height. A nice catch by Max that time.
So Ashley gets the interception, but it looks like referees talking back near the midfield. I was watching the play on Ashley, and I didn't see if there was a penalty involved. Looks like there is a penalty against Caldwell County.
Well, I don't know. I think we do have possession.
No, we're going to keep possession.
But we don't know what went on to. We don't know where they're going to start play. Let's put it that way.
A lot of discussion with the 36 points. The point of it being a running clock. We're not getting a lot of it the last few minutes. Caldwell County is going to start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. And they're going to back it up some more from the 25. Looks like a personal foul of some type back to the 10.
I think that's unsportsmanlike conduct. But the flag was way up.
Flag's all the way back in the, down the field at the 40.
It didn't happen on the interception. It happened as the play developed. Ball on the. Where's it located, Dennis?
So it's all the way back to the 10 now. The interception occurred at the 25 of Caldwell County, but the flag was in Rocket territory.
Oh, if you're on the 25, it'd have to be the 12 and a half if it's half the distance. But
they took it all the way back to the 10 is where they're going to start this one.
Maybe some of those officials down there have developed math skills, and maybe they'll change that to the 12 and a half yard line. Nope, nobody going to do anything.
Looks like our friend Chip Hutchison worked with them on the math. Quick throw, complete at the 10. I think that's Ashley, gets it up to about the 12. Bashir has been spot on. He delivered that one quickly. He's had the time to look over the field tonight. And just a spectacular night by Russ Bashir. Clock down to 3:09, again stopped. May have been an injured player. 36-7, Caldwell County leads this. That was the score at halftime as they restart the clock. Ball on the 12-yard line. Bashir takes a snap, drops, gets some pressure in the backfield, and he's going to be taken down for a loss back inside the 10-yard line. And referee signaling again for the clock to stop.
There is a timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field, taken by Crittenden County. And with that, we'll take a timeout along with them. 2:45 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
If this community is as important to you as it is to us, we invite you to join us weekdays for our WPKY local newscast at 6:30, 7:30, noon, and 5. 20 newscasts a week means we're committed to keeping you informed on local events. You can also find news when you want it at WPKYonline.com. Thanks for listening to 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Back to Rocket Stadium, 36-7. Caldwell County in control of this one. Tigers looking to go 3-1 on the season as they'll take on Union County next week at Tiger Stadium. Third down and long coming up for Caldwell County. A little bit more intensity in this half by Crittenden County than Caldwell. Bashir in the backfield with Smiley. Compact set for the Tigers. As Bashir looks down the field, gets some protection. Now he decides to run it up the middle, and he's going to be taken down. Flags come in after the play again.
This has got to be against them, I would think.
Things really getting chippy with a lot of personal fouls. Bashir was stopped at about the 5-yard line. We'll see what the flags were. They came in at the line of scrimmage. But after the play.
There is a flag on the play.
We'll try to get the signal far into the field. Personal foul against Caldwell County.
Well, I'll stand corrected.
Fourth down as the foul was after the play. Back to the 2.5-yard line, it looks like. We'll call it the 3 for statistical purposes, I guess, Bob. Caldwell County's Branch at the back of his own end zone to kick this one out. Crittenden with a deep back at the Tiger 35-yard line. It's been a very long running clock quarter. Personal foul against the Tigers. Start the clock.
So the personal foul against the Tigers, the player is ejected from the game.
Player's ejected from the game. I didn't see which player that was. We'll get Todd to check on that on the sideline.
And that carries some penalty down the line.
Branch, good kick out of the end zone. Crittenden County calls fair catch at the Tiger 35-yard line. Caldwell County with the ejection.
So the Rockets will start on the 35-yard line.
And Crittenden County has it 1st and 10 from the Tiger 35 as we go under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Stay tuned after the game for the Trilogy Performance Sports post-game report. Turley lined up against Ashley again on this near sideline. Trip set to the right. Jones in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands off to Xander Tabor. Tabor drags a couple tacklers all the way down to the 30. Flag comes in for a late hit. This one against Crittenden County. Pushed a Tiger player down.
There are flags on the field. Personal foul.
Personal foul, this one against Crittenden County. I'm sure I saw the Tiger player flying after the late hit.
Foul is the call against the Rockets.
So personal foul against the Rockets will back them up 15 yards.
Move the ball back to the 45-yard line.
Brings up 1st and 20.
Make it first down and 20 yards to go for the Rockets.
So a lot of late hits and chirping out on the field. Referees are going to try to get control of this game. They try to go down the field. Good coverage by Ashley. Well overthrown, though, by Jones. Bob, I think the ejected player is number 62, Samuel. How do you pronounce his name? Toich?
Toich? No. Was he playing defense? He's an offensive guy.
That's the report from the sideline with Todd. Is that Toich was ejected, was what he was told.
Unless they were moving him because he's one of our offensive linemen.
Snap is back as Crittenden goes in and out of the hands of Turley. Had the ball complete at the 35 and dropped it. 4th and 20 for the Rockets. Clock ticking down to 10 seconds to go in the quarter. See if Crittenden County can get a play off before the end of the quarter. They'll line up. Jones looks to the sideline. And they do not get a play off. So after 3 quarters of play, it's Caldwell County 36, Crittenden County 7. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Tiger Football on the free WPKY app.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Health First Community Health Center, Hancock's Neighborhood Market, Josh Cook Modern Woodman, K.E.'s Kitchen, Kentucky Homes Realty, Fraternal Financial, Penny Route District Health Department, Raider Auction Company, The Joshua Tree, and by Penny Route Home Medical. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
And welcome back here to Rocket Field, 4th quarter. We're going to get this in, Dennis. Brought to you by Cozy Living. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique has been under the ownership and management of Pam and Ham Haverlock. Stop by out there, see what kind of sales, Pat, that Pam has going, clothing, furniture, anything that you'd want in your home, she has. They are your local U-Haul dealer as well. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, next to the bowling alley in Princeton, everything a home should be.
Thank you for that, Bob. As we get ready to start 4th quarter action, Crittenden County has it 4th down and long on the Tiger 45-yard line. Throw over the middle, complete, knocked out of the hands. Good tackle. I think that was Tate Van Hoosier. Laid the hit on Xander Tabor near the 43-yard line. Tabor had the ball, Bob. It's just a great tackle by Tate Van Hoosier. Laid a hard shoulder into the gut, knocked the ball loose as Tabor came to the ground. Turnover on downs, gives it back to Caldwell County.
Caldwell County's ball at the 45-yard line.
Still starters in for Caldwell County. Bashir quickly to Wells, incomplete. Wells caught the ball or had it in his hands and hit just as the ball arrived. Couldn't hold possession, so the incompletion will make it 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers.
And now Russ is 12 out of 16 with 1 pick tonight. Really solid performance from him at the quarterback position.
They bring all the receivers in near the line. You got Smiley in the backfield. Smiley takes the handoff, tries to go around the right side. He's got some room across midfield, down the sideline, knocked out of bounds at the Rocket 43-yard line. 1st down, Lake Barkley CrossFit 1st down for Logan Smiley. And injured Rocket.
Gain of 12 yards on that carry by Logan.
And as the trainers go all the way across the field to look at the injured player, we'll take a quick break and be right back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on WPKY.
Farmers Bank, we pride ourselves on friendly faces and convenient service. Our goal is to make your life easier, and one of the biggest ways we do so is with our mobile app. If you have a smartphone, this is definitely for you. Using the NXT app, you can check your balance, view transactions, make mobile deposits, and transfer money between your accounts. Did you know you can even make your loan payments? Give us a call or stop by our main office to set up the NXT app today. You'll be greeted by me, Lizzie Shelton, and I look forward to seeing you at Farmers Bank and Trust Company.
Back to Rocket Stadium. Caldwell County has the ball in a 36-7 lead with 10:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Running clock situation here at Marion. First down for the Tigers. Quick throw to the sideline, complete to Branch. Branch hit at the 40 and knocked out of bounds.
Number 3, Trip Branch on the reception.
Branch has had a good night tonight, Bob, on the offense for the Tigers.
4-yard pickup on that.
6 yards to go for the Tigers.
2nd and 6 for the Tigers. No De'Eric Hollowell here in the second half, as Todd and Gary told us he may have gotten a little bit hot with the warm temperatures here in that first half, because he was the workhorse in that first half. Quick throw again to the sideline of Branch, complete, fights his way up for a Lake Berkeley CrossFit first down. Excellent run after the catch for Trip Branch.
Brought down by number 11, Trace Darrington.
Darrington on the tackle for Crittenden County, but not until after Branch fights his way to a first down.
At the 33.
Ball's at the, we'll call it the 32. Wells split way to the left. Ball on the ground on the handoff.
There is a fumble on the play.
Bashir trying to hand off to Smiley. Fumble on the exchange. And it's going to give it to Crittenden County as they recover at the 32-yard line. Tyler Boone with the recovery for Crittenden County. Second turnover of the night for Caldwell. Few new numbers in for Caldwell County, but not many, Bob. Starters still in as we near the 8.5-minute mark to go in the ball game.
Ball is at the 32, yes.
32. Jones in the shotgun. Puts one receiver in motion. Hand off to Tabor. Good tackle in the backfield. Number 63.
Devin Kilgore.
Oh, that one is Devin Kilgore, looking to pick up that Lineman of the Game award tonight. We've mentioned his name several times.
Loss of back to the 30.
It's going to bring up second down and 13.
Actually, back to the.
Looks like about the 28.
29, yeah.
We'll go with 29. Samuel looking like he might be coming on this one. Caldwell brings the pressure. Screen pass set up. It's complete to Boone. Tackled out at the 37-yard line. Paradis with the tackle.
John Paredes has played a really nice game tonight.
He is, and we love calling his name because he's a nice kid. We got to meet him
working
active at Taco John's. Just a super nice kid. Crittenden County. Snap goes back. Jones looks to the sideline, complete on a turn in up across midfield. Hurley with the reception. Hurley's ended up having a pretty big game himself as they get into Tiger territory at the 46-yard line. First and 10 Rockets from the 46. Trip set to the right for Jones. Handoff to the back. Pickup of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, it was number 5, Xander Tabor.
Xander Tabor, hard-nosed running back, just a junior too, I think Tabor is.
Mark it at the 42.
42-yard line.
Got 6 yards on that carry.
Tackle made by number 15, Ben.
Yeah, I think as he was being tackled, he was really slung forward. Knee didn't hit or elbow didn't hit until he was brought down all the way up at the 42-yard line. Two receivers left, one to the right for the Rockets. Tabor in the backfield with Jones. Snap is back. Whistles will blow this one dead. I think Crittenden may have jumped on this one.
Illegal motion.
False start is called against the Rockets.
We're down to 5:47. As Caldwell will pick up their third win of the season to go against one loss. Crittenden County will suffer their first defeat of the year after starting the season on the road 3-0. Same formation, two to the left, one to the right, hand off to Tabor. He tries to go left. Tigers converge on that one all the way back at the 50. Ben Holt in on the tackle, along with number 67, Aaron Hensley. Called Hensley's name a few times tonight, Bob. It's going to be a tough lineman award to give away tonight. Third and long. Jones comes across in and out of the hands of Boone.
Broken up by number 30, Max Ashley.
Hunter Jones for Crittenden County, 7 out of 17 now with one pick.
Down the field flag on the play. Back at the 30. And this one looks like it's going against the Tigers. Pass interference. So Crittenden County will pick up the first down.
Marked at the 27.
See where they'll put it down. The referee's right around that spot, yes. Bob Todd sending a vote in from the sideline for Dalton Haney. We've talked about Dalton several times this year. And we like Hensley too. It's going to be a close one.
So they're marked it at the 30.
All the way back at the 34-yard line. Snap back to Jones. Looks down the field, gets some pressure from behind. Now he has to run. Complete to Boone at the 35-yard line. Slips a couple of tackles and finally brought down at the 30. Kilgore on the tackle for Caldwell County. Another player we've mentioned a lot tonight.
Bring up second down and 6 yards to go for the Rockets.
2nd and 6, Crittenden County, 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Snap back to Jones. Jones rolls a little bit, looks to the sideline. Got a man open in the corner. Up and complete. That's Turley. Thought it might be the kid.
6'7",
looks
jumps
big
well.
in that corner. Yeah, went up and got that one, brought it down.
Ball,
1st and goal, Rockets.
Ball at the 5.
At the, I'll see the side referee standing right on the 5. 1st and goal from the 5, Crittenden County. Jones calls for the snap, takes it, rolls to his right, looks, throw is low, incomplete. Good coverage by Russ Bashir. Looking for Boone on the pass. Bashir had him blanketed as we go under 3 minutes to go. Jones has got Tabor to his right. Trip set to the right. Jones looks it over. Caldwell showing pressure. Float to the corner, looking for Turley. Incomplete. Good coverage by Wells over there.
And for number 31, Turley.
That was one of those throw it up and let the taller kid get it.
Kind of like the Kentucky Wildcats with Ahmad Wagner.
You had Turley with, you had Wells with some pretty good coverage on Turley. Brings up 3rd and goal. Jones drops back, looks to the end zone. He's got some pressure. This one thrown up and complete. Touchdown, Crittenden County.
Do we even know who got that one?
Tyler Boone on the reception. Jones to Boone. With the first score for either team in the second half, makes it 36-13. Fireworks going off here at Crittenden County after the score.
Jumping around in my seat over here.
Extra point attempt coming up. Snap is back and down. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 1:57 left to go, it's Crittenden County up to 14 now. Caldwell County 36, Crittenden County 14. Back in 30 seconds on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
It's not too late to lease a residential, commercial, or agricultural propane tank, so you'll be prepared for this winter. Give Fortner Gas in Princeton a call today to get on their schedule now while prices are still low. If you are an existing Fortner Gas customer and refer a friend for a new tank installation, you'll receive 50 gallons of propane for free. Fortner LP Gas Company in Princeton, a locally owned family business since 1951.
Back to Rocket Stadium, 36-14 Caldwell County. Field goals, Bob, it doesn't look at this point like we're going to get any field goal attempts. We're pretty sure field goal attempts are brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials. West Kentucky Memorials with locations in Princeton, Cadiz, and Hopkinsville. Proud supporter of Caldwell County football, and their son is a Caldwell County Tiger. That's Jameis Carnahan, a freshman running back and outside linebacker. He's number 20. Thanks to the folks at West Kentucky Memorials for helping us to bring you Tiger football here on WPKY. Crittenden County has it set on the 40.
Now I think we'll see some, maybe the onside kick here.
Riley Orange, one of the deep backs, but they are going to try the onside kick. It's going to go out of bounds. Great job, I think, there by Tripp Branch not to make a step up and try to make a play on that ball. He let it scoot and went into the sideline of Crittenden County.
He knew the momentum of that ball was going to carry it out of bounds. Great heads-up play by Tripp.
So smart play keeps the clock running also, 1:47. Stay tuned for the Trilogy Performance Sports post-game report coming up after this game. We've got a lot of game awards to give away that we've started this season, so hope you'll stay tuned for all of those. Check out the kids that are going to get some recognition after the game. Victory formation by Caldwell County. Coach McGowan said they go out of the shotgun 99% of the time, and you made the comment, except for the victory formation, about the only time you're going to see Bashir under center. And this is it. He takes a knee. Also during the post-game show, we'll go to the sideline. Todd Griffin will get us an interview with one of the coaches' staff after the ball game, so we look forward to that. We love the addition of the sideline report. We hear so many good things from people telling us how much they like it each and every week, Bob. I know you get the same thing.
Absolutely, and it does add a lot of dimension to our broadcast.
A lot of people think it's just really cool hearing the officials talk to the players in the coin toss, something that we've never had before.
Very unique.
Bashir takes a knee, and they'll set the 40-second clock, and that's going to be it. As the teams will go to their sidelines and come out and shake hands. Final here tonight from Crittenden County. It was Caldwell County big early, 36 first half points. It holds up 36-14 over Crittenden County. The Tigers go to 3-1 on the season, and the Rockets fall to 3-1 after opening up at 3-0. We'll be back with the Trilogy Performance Sports post-game show in just a few minutes. All the Poly-I stats with Bob Hayes, interviewed with Todd Griffin, and a look ahead to next week against Union County. All that coming up on the Trilogy Performance Sports post-game show in just a few minutes.
Some of the best times are on the lake, eating your favorite foods, sipping on a drink, and listening to live music. The summer concert series at Eddy Creek Marina Resort is open for business, and there's plenty of room for you. Live bands every Saturday night, weekly specials at Echo Charlie's Restaurant, which is open from breakfast till dinner. Some of the faves are homemade crab cakes, Bubba's Key West salt rings, and the hand-patted Barkley Burger. Pontoon rentals, cabins, and more to enjoy at Eddy Creek Marina and Echo Charlie's this summer.
You're listening to Caldwell County Football on WPKY Princeton.
Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. Trilogy is a family-friendly environment that offers a wide range of classes to reach your fitness and well-being goals. Whether you're into yoga, gymnastics, sports training, team training, cardio, kickboxing, or weightlifting, Trilogy has something for the whole family. Family discounts available, and your first 2 weeks are free. Located in Princeton behind Cash Express. Be better than you used to be at Trilogy Performance Sports.
There's an advantage in being the home team. You know who Emma Talley, Jake Lewis, and Pat Gates are. You've seen the wall around Butler Stadium and have heard of the Caldwell Crazies. Trice Hughes, we're your home team. Here's our home team deal of the week.
2018 new Dodge Durango Citadel. Loaded up sticker price almost $60,000. On sale Trice price $48,999.
Get this home team deal of the week at Trice Hughes. Find us on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or tricehughes.com.
Planters Bank, located at 208 North Jefferson Street, is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
For delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine, head to La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or in Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Stop in for delicious lunch or dinner. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant is open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 to 9:30, Sundays 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
Time for a recap of tonight's action. The WPKY Tiger postgame report is on the air.
Welcome back to Rocket Stadium tonight. Caldwell County came out, took care of business early, and they put this one away at halftime pretty much. 36-14 tonight. Caldwell County running clock through the majority of the ball game. This is the Trilogy Performance Sports postgame show. Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. Trilogy is a family-friendly environment that offers a wide range of classes to help you reach your fitness and well-being goals. Good luck, Tigers, from Trilogy Performance Sports. And while Bob totals up the game stats, we're going to send it down on the field with Todd Griffin and Coach Riley.
Thanks, Dennis. We're down here with Coach Jeff Riley after the game. And, Coach, you guys got after him early and made some quick work of it tonight.
Yeah, we did. We came out in the first half and really, the kids were focused and they were ready to play. You kind of could tell it in warm-ups. You kind of go around and always ask the kids. And, you know, Luke said, Coach, we're ready to play, and we kind of showed that in the first half. And we executed our offense pretty well and really got after it defensively. We probably had maybe our best half of the season.
You never know how you're going to respond to a loss, but it probably helped that you were playing somebody like Crittenden County that was a bit of a rival to kind of help you get fired up for it.
Yeah, emotionally, I think you're right. I think coming down here, Crittenden and Caldwell is always an emotional game. There are always close ties with both teams, and I think our kids were ready to go and kind of prove that you know, Hopkinsville is a pretty good football team, and it kind of took a good football team to kind of get it. So we were kind of challenged them this week, and they really responded well tonight.
Looking back at the game, made some plays early. I think field position was the key back in that first quarter. Seemed like you guys made a couple plays early, got the ball on their side, and just kind of kept it there for the entire first quarter.
Yeah, I really kind of feel like we're not too bad against the run right now. I mean, you know, we've done a good job. We kind of Hoptown hurt us throwing the ball a little bit, but we kind of feel like we did okay against the run. And I think Crittenden's kind of a run-first team with the Tabor kids. So we played pretty good defensively. It helped the offense out, and we got some big plays, and we executed. Derek ran the ball hard and well. So if we can play good defense and Derek's running the ball well, we're not too bad.
Well, the next thing I was going to ask you about is that defensive front. Those guys have played pretty well, and I thought they played pretty well last week at Hopkinsville. They were just out there a whole lot.
Yeah, those three kids really get after it. We have, with the exception of Layton, we have an undersized defensive front, but they're pretty quick kids. I was teasing Coach McClung. We probably have two outside linebackers playing defensive end and one true D lineman, but they kind of battled. I think they kind of had their hands full last week. Hoptown had a pretty good O-line. It's physical, and they played hard. And I think that just kind of prepares them for this. I kind of thought Crittenden have a tough time blocking them, and it kind of turned out that they did a little bit. So,
you got Union County coming up next week. Have you guys even had a chance to look at them yet?
We haven't seen them yet, so we'll dive into those guys tomorrow sometime, I guess. But we'll just kind of savor this one and get ready for that one.
All right, Coach. Congratulations, and thanks for the time.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate what you guys do.
36-14, the Tigers win it. That's Coach Jeff Riley. Dennis, Bob, back up to you guys in the press box.
All right, thank you for that, Todd. Talking post-game with Coach Riley here on the Trilogy Performance Sports post-game show. Big win for Caldwell County tonight, 36-14. This one, for all intents and purposes, Bob, over early as Caldwell County put up 36 points in the first half. Had the running clock still with, if I remember right, just a tick over 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. So this one's over early here in Marion. I think a lot of anticipation for the folks at Crittenden County, thinking maybe this was the year Caldwell County erased that very quickly tonight, came out and played near flawless football in that first half. Not a lot in the second half, didn't have to be. Crittenden County with one score late in the fourth to make it the final tonight, 36-14. And Bob, you just let me know when you're ready for those, and we'll turn it over for the Poly Eyes stats of the ball game tonight. Next up for Caldwell County is going to be